when we last left off, you guys had escaped from the crypt of Ulrich, Wolfgar, and had returned to town to find that your boat lady had made contact with some sort of ruffian who was interested in hiring on as boat crew. You guys had reclaimed some treasure, some gold, bought some supplies, I think, or at least had a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you ended up selling things.
I think that was our debate.
We sold it.
Okay.
Yeah. He rolled and he got the increase, and I did the math. So.
Okay. So you guys are currently in Wiesbrook, trying to figure out what the next leg of your journey is going to be. Now, as a reminder, going from Wiesbrook to Altdorf, you have the choice of taking the canal, which only takes about a week to get there, or you can go around, which will take about 3 weeks. Okay.
How much is the canal again?
The canal is
There's only a couple of gold.
it not a huge amount. It's a toll of 1 gold.
Just take the canal.
Okay. Well, a gold is a lot of money, so it's up to you guys whether or not you wish to pay that, or you can take 3 weeks to go around with the various expenses, etc.
I thought our cotton was going to rot by then, though.
Yeah, we had a month.
That's kind of too short.
But that's fine.
That's
If anything stops us or slows us down.
I think our biggest concern about going through the canal was the authorities.
Let's first figure out our party goal. Our party goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants his 50
Let's make
XP.
it to
I want the
Altdorf.
XP.
Let's make it to Altdorf. That's our party
for
goal.
good price.
There we go. Party goal. Make it to our Altdorf.
Sell the cotton for enough money.
Yes.
Sell the wool. We don't have any cotton. Sell the wool for enough money to buy war horses.
That'll be a big long-term party goal.
That would be a long-term goal, yes.
Then we should make that our long
So
term.
we're gonna need a lot of wool.
Well, you could certainly make your goal acquiring horses for everybody. That wouldn't be unreasonable as far as a goal.
Quick question.
I can use a horseman tax.
Yeah, let's make it that. Acquire horses for everybody for long-term goal.
Okay, that helps us move. Yeah.
Short-term goal.
I have a
Oh,
question.
short-term.
Long-term goal
Raising
is
the money
save the
or
world type
keeping
stuff.
the interest of the bank?
1,000 XP.
Yeah.
If
No.
I prefer
Long-term
it,
goal
but I
is
need to
the campaign's
decide
over.
actually know what
I thought-
I have.
I thought it was routing out
You
the
don't have anything. The
rooting
group
out the corruption. The cult was our long-term goal as a party.
I think so.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
once that's
Getting the
done,
Marienburg.
But that's a lot of corruption. Like the
Yeah,
entire
you'll
call.
never
No, yeah, and that's the thing. Your long-term goal is the overall objective of the entire campaign.
Okay.
When that's done, the
Yeah.
campaign's effectively over. Your short-term goal is today, what are we working on? And the goal is get horses for people. That's perfectly reasonable. Now, you can certainly change it at any time, but getting to Altdorf is probably going to be trivial.
Can I see that town list,
So I'm cool with that, Ben. If you want your portion, I will gladly give you your portion each time. If everybody else wants to split it up evenly, I'm cool with that.
I would probably split it up
Why?
7 ways and have a fund for different costs and stuff like that. And if someone wants a very expensive item that benefits the whole group, we spend from that pot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
the
are you
slush
getting
fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I just
I-
gave that 25 gold to the slush fund. So
What are we gonna garner from splitting it
The
up?
talent list.
Your individual goal.
We don't need individual
Here,
goals.
now
yes, you do.
Yes.
That's
no
fine.
fun
You're
goal.
just making it more complicated.
That's all right as long as they keep
Bad
track
card.
of their.
Well,
like-
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If one person has to go out and do something on their own, they have to have money.
So they ask for gold if they need
No.
it.
Yeah, it's
no.
fine. I'm cool with that.
No.
And like you
But
said,
they're
we-
all-
we keep.
Because what happens if you're not necessarily together, or if it's a momentary thing? You got to have money to survive on your own if the situation warrants. You can't just be like, well, we'll always go to the bank. What happens if somebody kidnaps him or kills him or something?
Or what happens, conceivably, if he says, we have no more gold,
Exactly.
and he has a lot?
Okay.
I would never do that.
He hasn't done that.
That would be completely uncharacteristic in a
done that so
Warhammer
far.
game.
Right.
And what situation have we ran into that has required that?
My Pathfinder game.
Yeah.
Our
Your-
the big Pathfinder game that we did. with
Is this
the-
Pathfinder?
No.
No.
What benefits of my
So,
characters.
Big bad
alright, so everybody gets.
character sheets for my recruits whenever we decide
You guys
to
ready to write it
so
down?
That's prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
How much are you paying me again?
3 brass.
You get 1 silver,
3 bass and a silver.
1 silver a week.
So, 9 gold. Each.
Oh, nice.
Counting the slush fund as a 7th, if everybody's okay with that.
Yes, that's
Okay.
perfectly
9
reasonable.
gold.
That's a
The,
nice
the other
chunk.
indirect
6
Carter,
shillings.
the other
Wait,
indirect
9 gold,
thing
6 shillings?
is if you take all the wealth and you put it into just a single pool, then individual players don't necessarily feel that sense of achievement, which is part of the motivation of a role-playing game.
I
You're-
just feel like it's such
I-
a waste of.
I prefer the split cash.
That's such
just
a waste.
myself.
So
Oh,
dumb.
no.
And 3 copper.
That's what I was gonna
He
ask.
obviously hasn't played long enough with us in the adult games to understand people are going to rob each other.
Well, it's not just that. It's
A
he's
lot of
9,
He's got
9
that-
gold, 6
that-
silver.
I just said it.
that youthful like, but we're a group.
I
And
know.
we're
Yeah,
a
we're
party.
a team.
Everything will work out.
He's just mad that I beat him in bowling.
You did not beat me. Did he already tell you about that?
He told me he crushed you.
William.
No, he did not. Dylan grabbed the ball on my turn. I was like,
9
whoops,
gold,
and
6
got
silver.
a gutter ball when I could have gotten a
3 copper.
strike. Wasted that entire
That's a lot more
frame.
than
What did the official score say?
I'll make that.
I had 121, he had 120.
It's too
Oh,
bad
wait a minute, wait,
it's too
hold
bad
on, I
you
got another
conceded.
question.
Okay.
Dad,
Does Isaiah get a share?
No.
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 Isaiah?
No.
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 Do you
No.
know?
No.
I don't even
he's
know
just
his
a
name
crew
yet.
member.
This guy.
No.
No, he doesn't.
No, because he's getting a salary.
Yeah,
He
he's on
just
my
turned
salary.
it on. Why would he
Well,
get a chunk of the money?
I obviously it's up to you guys.
Right.
I wouldn't necessarily disagree with, as far as past history, what you guys did, whether he gets a share or not, that's up to you guys. Ongoing,
Absolutely.
at least my thought would be, he gets a minimum salary
Yeah,
or a share, whichever is bigger.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just meant
Okay.
out of the pot that we have now.
Right.
And that's not anything against you, William. It's the fact that your character is a new person that
I
we just
understand
met.
that, and that's why I made the joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what made me
Well,
realize it. So I appreciate your
and the
honesty.
precedent here is, does Giselle get a share?
No, what I would say, because of the split fund, I would say no.
Because
Because
the Sam's gonna go in. He gets a
because
crew.
it's equivalent of a item that you have to maintain. Just like how he's
Right.
gonna get 6 soldiers. Does he get 7/10 of the share? That's the overall
Right.
thing. I would think it would be just split with the
Yeah,
main
you
thing,
gotta-
Right,
and then it branches
and that's
off.
what we had been discussing as well. There's different approaches. You could treat everybody as an equal character. Everybody gets a share. It's going to spread it out a lot further. Or you can treat a follower as gear, and they have to maintain their gear.
But even though he's an employee of him, he's not a follower.
He,
He's a member of our
he's
party.
And
he's
here's the
officially a player character.
So I think
I totally get where you're saying. And this is the thing. I
Gold is
I'll tell you in just a minute.
the greedy part of me wants to agree. Okay, 100%. But from a character in the universe's perspective, that doesn't make any sense. She's been on. She went through this adventure, et cetera, et cetera.
Keep 2 gold.
He's joining on. He's no different than her at this point. We've all been together for a while, except for
Thank
you.
you.
You've been around for a little while now, but we've all been together as part of the core group. Let's say the raiding party or whatever you want to call us, and all these other people are hirelings. How is he not a hireling?
because I hired him.
He
that,
showed
that
up.
makes
But
him a
that would
hi-
make him
that
your
makes him a
hireling.
hireling.
That would make him your hireling.
What he's arguing is if a person is only a hireling because he has no experience, there's nothing in the world that distinguishes one character from another as being played by this outside force.
Right.
An
Thank you.
NPC and a character is still just a character in the world. Now, from a world setting, again, it's fundamentally up to you guys. However you want to sort it out, as long as players are equivalently represented. I don't want William to be at a disadvantage because story-wise he just got hired on as crew. That's not fair to him long term.
Well, it's just mostly just how he got introduced.
Right, it's
Thing.
purely how he got introduced. If you met him in a bar and say, "Would you like to adventure with us?" he'd get a full share.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
The biggest issue really comes down to what you've already brought up. Is long term, you are going to get far more money at this point than the rest
He's
of them.
gonna have a
That's-
full crew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's getting 6 or 7. That's why I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's gonna end up with
So,
most of them.
that's-
Really, it doesn't specify how many crew I need. It
Right.
just needs to be 2
And
or
the best
more.
thing is, that will do really well, so they're all very good.
Some of them are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I honestly think it should be split between the 5 of us or 6 of us, however we
Okay.
want to do it right
Yeah.
now, and then it branches off from that
So-
person.
So because he's a new
Because-
kid,
Because
and
the-
that would make, as a player, that makes sense.
Well, it's also think
as
of
a
it.
character, that doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
think of it as Giselle.
Do you see the
like
problem I'm
she's getting
having?
the training. I completely agree with what
Right.
you're saying.
and
And-
she's your
I'm actually
responsibility.
arguing against my own best
Well, I
interest.
completely agree. Yeah.
But,
I agree with your
Well,
point.
so let's see where we
But
go.
it's like we're
can-
training them.
If
so
you were
they're-
if you were a group of 13 dwarves heading out to the dragon, everybody get an equal share.
yeah.
You hire a robber,
burglar or not?
a burglar, he
Yep.
gets an equal share.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's one approach.
Yep.
Again, it comes down to player preference as to how you break it out.
Well,
So,
you know
yeah,
what it
to-
sounds
to-
like? We need to have his character die before he gets all 6 of his
Yes.
guys.
What?
So in all reality,
he's the new anchor on the boat.
Yep.
here's so what I was thinking
Oh, that's
is if so the gear that we took from his body is somewhere around 2 gold. Allow him to
Okay.
keep that. We split the rest along with the pot, and then from here on out, it's the 6 of us. Now, when you start getting
No more sugar.
a huge amount of people or something like that, we can revisit that to see because he may need help,
Okay.
and that'll
Well,
benefit us at all.
and the other aspect is if you're a soldier or an NPC character, the assumption for a wizard's apprentice, for example, is I'm staying in town, I'm studying books. I'm not going into the deep dark dungeon and facing danger.
Right.
So there's danger pay consideration as well. The soldiers might be more open to that,
Right.
but if they're facing orcs every day for weeks, they're going to expect more than a silver a week.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
It's
And
gold. I was
No,
looking
silver for recruits.
at hirelings. I was looking at like mercenary hirelings.
Some of them get
I'm
expensive.
getting multiple gold a week.
Yeah, that's
but we will as a group also benefit from a whole
6
group
extra
of
soldiers.
Sure.
So or from
their party.
another
Basically 7 of
spellcaster
me.
or a crew of
Look,
pirates too.
You don't
so,
have even your first hireling.
He doesn't have any of
No,
them
I
right
don't
now.
have any.
It's
but
not
that's
relevant
gonna
right
be,
now.
like,
so each of you
later.
get if you guys are cool with him getting 2 gold,
Okay.
equivalent of his gear that
Okay.
that we took from his last body.
I love how this stuff progresses
And
because
then 1,
when
2,
we
3, 4,
first started,
5.
I would have murdered his character for 2 gold. 100%.
So y'all get 1 gold and 4 silver. Additional.
Oh,
Okay.
additional.
Okay.
Do you want?
You're like, wait a minute.
What's
Yes,
like-
now I have 70 gold.
The new
It's
guy,
like we're
the
no
new
like
guy-
gold
the new
Look
guy
at my
gets
new
2
rings.
gold. I get 1 gold.
Wait,
What's up with
one
that?
gold and 6 silver?
Yes.
The question is Giselle getting there and share now?
No.
No.
And,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
if
yeah,
later
that's-
on, if
that's
she's
what I was thinking.
like
Just for
you said,
bookkeeping
if
purposes.
she's doing
straight. But if she has a need,
Okay.
we'll pay for it out of
right,
the slush fund.
yeah.
Okay.
So we just said
And
that
what
was
was
the
the
bad
total?
idea.
No, we're
What?
never. The 7 is for the maintenance costs and stuff.
I actually got rich.
We just said that was
So
a
how
bad
much?
idea.
How much more money?
1 gold, 6 silver.
Okay.
Shillings. Yep.
It's not that it's a bad idea.
Tisk, tisk.
Neither one of them are good ideas. So
So get rid of all of our money.
I'll take care of it for you. Just kidding. Okay,
I
so
wanna
yeah,
s-
that's fine.
It's the new boat anchor.
if I sell the boat, I don't have to deal with the sailor anymore, right?
Well, he's still a
Wow.
sailor.
Yeah.
Well, and he's 1/6 owner of
and
the
I
boat.
leveled up, so now I am a sea
Yeah,
man.
because the issue is we put all of our names in it. So
You guys specifically put all six names.
Not
On
only
the boat.
5 names though.
No, there's 6 names on the deed.
Right.
How about this? We sell it to him.
That's an interesting point. We were missing a party member on the deed now. Do we have to go fix
No,
the deed?
no, it's just they deceased. It's whoever is the remaining 11% on the
Then we have to
deed.
go through the whole salvage rights thing.
No, it takes nothing. It took us nothing to do. It took us like 1 gold.
So the ruffian's going to kill us all and then claim salvage rights.
He can give it a
We're
shot.
not having this conversation in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can easily leave town, and along the boat, he just starts tossing bodies.
I'll take you guys. I'll take his name.
I,
To share the fund.
No, it's okay.
again, it's Warhammer. You guys have a tendency to be overly trusting with each other.
Alrighty.
Yeah, moving on. Let's
So-
go. Let's take the canal.
there isn't the potion lady. She left.
Yes.
So we are. I don't know how many you guys have left, if any that I gave you or not, but we have 3 left.
I have 3 on me.
Okay.
What?
I
Healing
have
Healing droughts.
Oh, I
You
have
have
none.
one? Okay. You have 1, you said?
No, I have none.
I
Okay.
Go buy one.
I'll give you one. There isn't anybody in town to give it. She left town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
we can get
Okay.
to the commoner
Right on your sheet. I'm
herbalist,
giving you one.
the other herbalist.
Oh,
because
healing
there's
drought.
2 or 3 of them, so we can go there. We just won't get the discount.
Right.
The
You can
town description,
certainly check the
Oh.
town for availability of whatever.
I wouldn't worry about it.
No, it sounds like we've got enough
Yeah.
around right
And-
now.
and I got-
and you
and I
can
got-
burn us
yep.
closed.
Yep, I'll burn the wounds closed.
It's very effective though.
Fellowship is my
Until
main
that
ability.
person collapses and isn't in the fight at all.
Are you just eating
Well,
pickles and pasta?
Carter was like, "Yeah, he just lowered my fellowship, which
It's
is
a
my
Warhammer
main
meal, if
stat
there is one.
overall."
Yeah, and it's a permanent thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, just don't fail it by
Those-
minus
He's
6.
like-
There's a
like,
big thing that says -1 scars on my new paper.
With a lot of risk,
Uh-huh.
because if you fail that save, you're unconscious.
Yeah.
You might be alive, but you're no use to the fight.
I was
Just
at a
don't fail it by
-40,
minus
so it was
6
really
and go
hard to pass
unconscious.
that
If it's
test.
something on minus 6, you go unconscious. Otherwise, you just scream in pain.
Okay.
There's also the risk that you're gonna nuke yourself in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were you
Healing
going to look
drops.
for your? Were you going to look for your friend?
Friend?
Oh, you're the priest.
You got your fancy pouch for your nail.
Yeah. Yeah, I am gonna see if I
You-
can find that priest.
Okay, you guys are gonna spend a couple of days in town looking
I'm
for him.
staying with the priest.
I don't know. Let's
A
not spend
day?
a couple days. I'll
Yeah.
spend a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll spend
looking
a
for
day
him?
looking for him. We'll lick our wounds and get
Okay.
baths and
I
clean
will,
up.
I'll
and-
sit on the boat.
I'll stay on the
Prepping
boat
to the
with
boat.
Dip
Okay.
and him. I'm sure Dip's staying on the boat.
Yep.
I'll stay on the boat with them.
Okay.
I'm going to experiment with the staff for the day.
Okay.
Which
You
That's
stand
just
in the
me
street
and
saying, "Fireball!"
I just have this vision, like, I'm walking down the street on the other side, just looking around, and all of a sudden I
The
look
belt.
up, and there's a fireball, a green fireball going up, and like the main like town hall collapses in on itself.
The
I'm
wizard
like,
stands in the street. Gust of wind! Somebody walks by and farts.
More sleep comes crashing in.
I'm thinking season, what was it, season 8 of Game of Thrones when
Yeah.
they blew up
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the chapel.
Uh-huh.
So,
So it's
Yeah,
don't
basically
do that.
just going to be me and him that's going to be
Hey,
looking
yeah.
for the
The
priest.
question is whether or not it happens or not. If
Okay.
it happens, we'll be set.
Yeah.
It's just where we
Why
want
is
to
that?
You'll have destroyed yet another town.
Yes.
You guys are wanted?
What are
We don't
you,
know what you're talking
Dad?
about.
What are you willing?
as far as we know, he's just a hireling. He hasn't told us what he is.
Yeah, do you need
He's a tough looking short dude.
Would.
He's a bruiser.
Out of game, would you like to know what it is? You probably could ask
Yeah, out of
William
game.
out of game without using it
Yeah.
in game.
Yeah, what
yeah.
are you out of game?
I'm a protagonist. Effectively, I'm just an.
He's
Oh,
a
Route to
hired
assassin.
bully.
Do you have
Yeah,
any
he's a hired
weapons?
bully that turns into an assassin, given enough experience.
Do you have any weapons?
I have a hand weapon that I've yet to decide what it actually is. I'll decide that for the next
I
combat.
have my fists.
And
Okay.
knuckle dusters.
And 2 shiny gold.
Yep.
Okay.
And-
Well,
Hello,
you
Andrew.
can help me paint the boat.
okay.
Good, what's up?
Okay, so
Sit back and
first
relax.
you give me a gossip roll. And then the two of you
What's going on?
give me a gossip. What's your gossip skill?
My gossip?
Mine?
Oh, I don't.
Plus
You roll.
5.
Plus
Wait,
5.
no. Total, I have a plus 43.
123.
Okay.
You have a plus 123.
No, he rolled.
No,
Oh.
He rolls.
That would
I
be
just need your
awesome.
bonus.
Yeah,
Oh,
30.
plus 43.
43. Okay.
I rolled an 81.
Yeah, my fellowship's low. I don't have any
Oh.
friends. I don't like any of you.
So, you have heard over the last couple of days that this particular group is wanted both in Altdorf as well as Bogenhaven. There's a bounty out on their head worth several gold apiece.
So if I turn in that bounty,
You'd get several gold for each one of them. Valid, dead or alive, they're wanted by the authorities in both for multiple murders and other crimes against the crown.
okay, that's good information.
Okay?
We don't seem like the type of guys that would do that. Just hired you. We're nice.
Depending on what his gather information, or what's his gossip?
His gossip is 42.
42.
Wow. How is his gossip lower than mine?
So you guys spend the day searching around. You're not able to find any indications of the priest that he said he talked to. Nobody seems to know him or has seen him.
We just need to retire to a farm for a year or something.
So by the end of the day, you guys gathered back up at the boat. You haven't concluded anything from your staff.
All right. Are we ready to sail out?
About the only thing you figure out is it's particularly strong wood
Do we know
and
of
highly resistant to any marks or scratches.
Do we know the stuff going on in Altdorf?
Do you know what stuff going on?
Oh, like that we're wanted in Altdorf?
No.
Oh, okay.
And no more so than you guys know.
Right.
Were you ever in Altdorf with them?
No, but was he in Altdorf?
Apparently.
No, but there's word on the street. You can give me a gossip check yourself.
102.
Okay, yeah, you hear some talk about a group that's wanted in Altdorf.
There's a group that's wanted in Altdorf.
Yeah, it seems to match at least 4 of them.
Seems to match at least
In
4 of us.
Altdorf?
Yeah, in Altdorf.
And Bogenhaven.
There's a warrant out for some group similar to us.
Very similar.
It's
Well, we
probably,
could change our look.
hey, it's probably not.
Well, he already did
What
with scars.
I'm trying to figure out what we wanted for, because I didn't think we did anything in Altdorf that.
No.
No,
Word
our
got to
reputation
Altdorf. We've been here
got
long
to
enough.
Killed a whole bunch of higher officials.
You
So-
did what?
So
We're not
nothing.
there.
Yeah. So question then: should we sell that wool as quickly as possible and continue on from Altdorf and don't
Just go down to Nuln.
and just go right to Nuln?
Hey, does the sailor know some dark trades or whatever where you can sell it more quietly in Altdorf? Question.
Could I
It's
Yeah,
just
of
like
course. Of course, it's got to be
think
a black
about-
market contact in there.
Can I see if I know
Common
any
thing for sailors.
black markets for
In
wool
Wiesbrook?
for Altdorf?
No, for Altdorf. Would-
And
if
instead
you
of
go to
going the
Altdorf,
instead
yeah.
of going the merchant route, going more of a
Under the table route.
What's your trade skill?
Trade. I don't have that.
Okay.
I've got a
Nothing
trade
to-
skill.
Okay.
So
But-
sailor etiquette.
And I have guild etiquette and trade. My trade is gunsmith though, so it wouldn't help with wool.
We'll help with the wall.
But
Well,
Any-
then maybe you put
Guild?
wool in the cartridges of the gun. And you could
You could
figure out the
certainly
price of
deal
that.
with the paperwork and so forth when you talk to the guild, but that would be an up and up
Gotcha.
sale.
Right, not a
Do any of you have any skills associated with thieves guilds, etc.?
no.
Because I don't believe any of you are rogues
Nope.
from a background, other than perhaps your new associate.
We
What
don't
about
know.
you?
Well, we don't know that.
Do you know any?
Wow.
No.
no,
Do you know anything about apples?
no. But the only thing I
Have
do know about
cultist
the
etiquette. We
scenario
could sell them
is
to some
that
cultists.
You
group
could.
that you guys are looking for. It's not you. It's some different group. It's like
Okay.
7 or 8 people. Just
Oh,
from what I've heard, it's not us.
Do you know if the church would be willing to buy it?
So you guys
Maybe.
take
I mean,
going-
they have.
going
I'm sure the
for it.
church has their own
Mm,
mercantile
I don't
needs.
know about that.
That's what I would think.
They buy supplies, but they generally buy it from the
Maybe let
standard
the river on
merchants.
fire.
I mean, they don't have their own
I-
trade.
I
agreement.
know the
If any of you
church
were
was not willing
fire.
to
I fought a
prosecute
river
our
kraken.
group and stuff.
Can you swim?
Because they were
The reason
they
they're
were,
wanted
like,
is because of
didn't want to
they
get
the
involved,
little,
so I didn't
little
know if
river
they
on
would
fire.
be more willing to buy it.
The way I understood my interactions with the church was that they basically thanked us for our service, understood what happened, but politically couldn't
Yeah.
get involved, and so they allowed us to escape. That's about it. I don't know if we would have the protection of the church at Altdorf because they're not privy to the knowledge that the local church had.
No, the guy said he sent the message he was sending a messenger to the rest of the churches
So the question is
About us.
uh-huh.
now
We could try it. I mean,
what we could do
fighting our way out of Altdorf is gonna be a hell of a lot harder.
what we could potentially do is we could take the long route with the 3 weeks or whatever and see if that just burns it down quite a bit.
And the thing is,
We
those
killed
3
so
weeks,
many
if we
officials,
get
though.
caught for any longer amount of time, you're looking at the wool going bad.
Yeah.
We had a month, and we just spent 2 days.
And that was roughly a month.
Yeah, roughly.
So player to player,
looking
we'll
at
probably end up with
20.
a roll to see how much we lost
Um,
between now and then.
do we know the economy or industry of Karaberg?
Yeah.
What's that? Oh,
Well, depending if you
Gotta
guys
be
have any Reichland lore that you can succeed at.
Yep.
Right. Let's see
Right
if
click.
it helps me.
I'm gonna try.
Whoa! Hey!
Oh god.
Definitely, because I rolled a 99.
I,
And then
I
I'm
know
not
nothing.
gonna
I
bother.
rolled an 82.
So I actually think it's
El
like
Double.
103.
99.
Roll again.
Oh
It's open-ended, remember?
126 without my bonus of like 15. So
15?
Well, it's also intelligence.
I put it in there because I thought it was like
But it's still
Maybe.
base stat of whatever it is.
It's
no
intelligence.
Reichland lore.
Yeah, it's
Is
intelligence.
Intelligence
It's
being
Oh,
base
characteristic.
stat.
that's without my base stat.
I got
So what's your base stat?
My base stat for intelligence
That
is
should be a-
30.
Yeah, it's over
no,
150.
30. So yeah.
109. If that helps.
111.
Okay. So several of you have heard of which town?
Karaberg.
Carrollburg. Let's see. Where is Carrollburg?
Both Bogenhagen
Northeast
that
of
we
where we're
were.
at.
I need to know the region.
Both Bogenhagen
I'll find
that
it.
all that stuff happened. Right?
Yeah.
Is it Carrollburg with a C?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
The
South of
Reik
the
with
Weesbrook.
Draft Wild Forest.
Yeah.
That is hard to pronounce.
South of Sendon.
Again, that doesn't really help me.
North is Skag Hills.
What's this area? Maybe down
Mirror Moors.
We go to Mirror Moors.
Why?
Ultimately, that's going away from where we need
Yeah.
to go. I still think Altdorf may be our best bet.
It's a big town and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. It's the capital.
Okay, so Carrollburg.
It's just if it happens to be an industry of wool, write it on along the way.
Just find out that's exactly what it is.
No, Carrollburg is effectively a village.
Okay.
Sheep village.
It had
Go to Sheep Village. You guys need roll? No, we're good.
it had a different village icon. than
It
the
does.
rest,
It does,
so-
but
Yeah,
it's
that was more city.
it's not sizable enough to have a significant trade presence.
Okay.
Okay, we're going down to the canal. Screw it. Well, we'll spend a day though. Let's change our appearance as much as we can.
Get all mohawks.
We're all troll slayers suddenly.
Yep.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, there's nothing that says we can't commission to have some new clothes made and generally change our general appearance.
Yeah.
I feel like we should all buy like cloaks or something.
Hey, we do have two. Me and the wizard have matching aura cloaks, so we're good.
Oh, I didn't know you kept one.
You said me and the wizard.
Who talks in third person now?
Oh,
That was Giselle talking.
Do you want me to mark off the goal for the cloak then? If you ended up selling that, I was fine.
And we got, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
so you just bought it back.
Just randomly guys like looking at it. Snatch.
That's mine.
All right. Executive decision. I say we go down the canal. Do it.
It's two
Let's
gold,
go.
correct? For the aura cloak. I believe.
What's the worst
I
that
think
can
it was.
happen?
Sure.
Yeah, because it was high quality. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's high
Let's start a new campaign.
Actually, it's 20
Are
shillings.
you
Is
striving
what it
for a
was.
new
So.
campaign?
Oh,
No,
okay.
I love my
So
character.
that's one.
Yeah, me too.
I absolutely love my character.
Wait a minute.
I put so much energy and thought into this
I
guy.
remember when I used to do that with the bard.
Yep.
So,
Then you went off and made friends with goblins.
That was the,
Oh.
and we
that was the
honestly have
first
three
thing I ever did.
people that could be on deck at any given time that would not have any.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, no one's gonna notice. One burn boy over here, he's new, and the girl are all
And the British.
and Giselle. could
Well,
be
but
on,
she talks too much though.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you know what we did
When you
yesterday?
get your silence, when you get your silence spell, you let me know.
So I've been traveling with this group of adventurers.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head off to Altdorf, taking the canal.
Yes, minus one gold. For the
Okay,
party.
so go ahead and mark off a gold.
Obvious trap is obvious.
You guys head out the following morning. You're gonna head out at night.
Let's do night.
But when will
Running
we
in
get
morning.
there? A week?
Huh?
It's a week.
I mean, honestly,
I'm
it
fine
doesn't
with
really
either.
matter.
Yeah.
I mean, unless nighttime there's.
Well, if more sleep is out,
No,
then
no
Hey,
sign of
man.
more sleep currently.
We're good.
Well,
as long as you keep your hammer out of the way, so
I'll
no
stay below decks.
no passerbys see us. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
the low deck is hard. There's not a lot of room, so you'd be in the
Yeah, it's filled with
cabin.
wool, which is actually kind of nice to sleep on.
Yeah.
A little itchy, maybe.
Except for all the rats and shit that would
Yeah.
be
Nothing kills them.
I mean, it's fairly cramped, certainly down below, but there's enough room where you guys can set up some hammocks and things like that, get some sleep. I'm assuming, Carter, you are driving the boat, alternating with the boat lady, for whom we probably need to remember her name.
Did we make her a name and then we just forgot it again?
No, she was in the adventure as far as a name, but
Sasha.
yeah. We keep coming up with a new name every
Yeah.
time because we forget her.
Sarah.
So, between her,
Franz.
is your plan to push on during the night or sleep at night and moor the boat? You're the boat captain.
I feel like we should like.
Is it 7 days? Is it 7 days with?
It's 7 normal days travel. You could
So you
cut that
stop.
time if you wish, but you're going to risk a lot if you're traveling at night.
Right.
And honestly, it's going to be suspicious.
Travel during the day. Just act as normal as
It's
possible.
Yeah.
It's
let's
up to
just
you, but-
email.
I'm the captain. You don't get
Right.
to tell. I'm kidding. Yeah, sure. let's do the
His
travel
hammer
during
tells
the
you he
day.
does.
I called down a twin tail comet on the cotton.
He's
Well,
al-
it is the Heldenhammer.
He's
though.
already
That's the-
claimed executive privilege, so
Okay,
you're-
Just wondering.
All you do is push them off the boat.
It's
These
probably
things
gonna
are
be
wild.
Oh,
two
yeah.
game session.
You
It's
fool!
probably
Well,
gonna be two
so do
game
you,
sessions,
so-
so
Right, I know, I know.
if we
Everybody
end up
except
doing
me
that,
thinks they're about it.
Okay.
I still need you to help me with getting my symbol of
Okay,
from the
so you
church.
guys just travel during the day?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Worry about
by
the
the first afternoon, you guys get to the canal locks. The guards pass you guys through without really much attention at all. There's boats coming and going. Your boat is one of the smaller ones on the river. So generally speaking, the approach is when the other boats are coming by, because the canal's only so big, you guys head off to the side, make way for the larger boat to pass by. First few days, relatively quiet. Not much going on. You stop here and there at different taverns and so forth along the canal, different rest stops. Give me 3 percentile rolls.
Oh,
Could
One
I,
person.
Could I also
99.
along the way
Again.
experiment
Yep.
with the staff some more?
Sure.
I want to try to put like different items
44.
into the
99.
slot or whatever,
44.
and see if that changes anything.
And 23.
Okay.
99, 44, and 2030.
The various traders that are going up and down the river, you hear a handful of rumors. One of the groups is heading south from Altdorf and asks if you have heard there's a pack of second sons and disinherited wastrels preparing for a trip out to the border princes. It said down at Wiesbrook they're packing their carts sky high with goods in preparation. Okay. They're currently moving a barge downriver loaded up with a bunch of
Disinherited what?
stuff. Wastrels.
What are those?
Basically, people who have angered their families enough that they've been kicked out of the family. They're making a caravan heading to the border princes.
Just
What's that?
Second sons will want to make a name for themselves because they'll never
Right.
be the leader of the family and that good stuff.
Right.
I
What's the
told you
border
we should have saved the
princess?
sons.
What's the border princess?
Border princes are further to the south outside of the empire. It's roughly the equivalent of Italy, where you
Oh,
guys are in
okay.
Germany.
Okay.
Okay. Another rumor you hear, some of the local farmers are complaining that there's bandits at work, rustling every animal that's not nailed down. The authorities don't give a wet pickerel. Locals are up in arm, or there would be if they'd had any. Yep.
Wait, is it,
That's my new favorite term. What pickerel?
any name that they've, anything, like a name?
A couple of them refer to the Black Arrows.
Those guys suck.
No.
What was your other roll?
23
I
is the
should not
last one.
ask that.
One of the boats heading north to Altdorf warned you that the blue pox is supposedly rampant in the area. They've heard it took a whole herd of cattle last season. The herdsmen are just now getting back on their feet. So grain and wool is in particularly high demand as a result.
Money.
So, when you guys comment about wool prices and so forth.
To where at Altdorf?
Yep.
Yes,
What's blue pox?
2,000 gold.
What's blue pox?
blue pox is a plague
King's
that
ransom.
strikes the cattle, and a lot of the livestock in the area have apparently died over the last season.
So
Just
what we do
livestock
is we just
or
travel up and
people
down
as
this
well?
canal.
According to this merchant, livestock.
Wool back and forth.
Okay.
We painted our boat with the Emperor's last name, bright purple.
Yeah, the Emperor's last name was already on the boat.
Exactly.
Yep.
No.
And we painted it
It's
bright
painted
purple.
No, it's painted yellow.
Okay.
The boat is painted purple.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. What's
I
wrong
don't
with
want to offend the Emperor with a bright purple boat with his name on it.
Why would that offend?
Purple means royalty.
that? At the capital?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would that? Why would that for a second? I'm not
Yeah. Only the
You
plebes
can't
are
get-
gray.
Crown royal.
Technically, we're
everybody.
respecting him in that
You
way.
need to be more out front.
What?
Okay. About a day before the end of the canal, you guys are, it's later in the afternoon. You're starting to think about where you're going to stop for the night and so forth. You see up above, up ahead of you, a river patrol boat heading towards you guys. A couple of the guards on the bow call out to you, asking you to pull over for routine inspection. Okay.
We've got nothing but wool.
So right now, I believe the ones on deck were you and Giselle. Or who else is on deck?
I was probably going to be on deck because I was
Sarah.
just keeping an eye out.
Okay.
and
He's on
checking
deck.
out
I'm
that.
making him clean it.
I'm in a hammock.
Okay. So I mean, these are effectively soldiers or police that are checking boats for anything suspicious. So they pull up alongside you.
Hammer's wrapped.
Okay, it still lets off a nice glow in the area.
I decided my hand weapon, so curve blade.
Curve,
Curve blade.
a curved blade. Okay, what is a curved blade?
Curve the
Like a sickle?
blade.
Like a scimitar?
Enunciate.
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean
English.
there is a weapon chart you need to pick from that. Otherwise, I don't have a
couldn't find
table.
the weapon chart.
Okay, Andy, I'm sure has
I
a couple.
didn't realize there was one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, a curved blade is generic. There's lots of
Yeah,
curved blades.
I was.
You mean you bent it in the door?
Okay. So, there looks like there's about 4 guards on the deck. Another guy in the back on the tiller. They pull up alongside you, sort of eyeing you at a distance. They look rather bored, but they're also armed and armored and ready in case there's any trouble. As they pull up, they fairly skillfully hop over onto the boat. Where's your captain?
He's up. He's over there.
Need some rest?
Go forward.
No.
No? Okay.
I'm fine.
You gotta keep these rivers safe.
Oh, that's what I'm always trying to do.
You hauling anything questionable? Anything illegal?
We got some wool to sell to Altdorf.
Any contraband?
No, sir.
Okay. He waves over to 2 of the guards. Says, check out the hold down there. They go over to the cabin and start climbing down below. They start looking around. They call up. You're carrying a lot of people down here.
Oh, yeah, I know. We're
Huh? How'd they get on board?
That's the rest of my crew.
The rest.
You guys are all crew?
No.
A few passengers.
What?
You got the deed, right?
Yeah, with the boat owners.
Uh-huh.
No, we're boat owners.
Okay, what's your names?
Friedrich.
Miltonian.
Miltonian?
Is that glow? What are the properties of
What's
Milton?
your radioactive
Has a lot of
level?
gunpowder.
That's right. Okay. And your name?
Oh, me?
Yeah?
I'm Samuel.
Okay.
L. Jackson.
Erdem?
Snakes on the barge.
And Giselle starts like spouting off a long list of
Just let her
names.
talk.
and things like that.
name,
Yeah,
yes.
she just,
We'll just sit there and watch.
she just
like, this
carries
is
on.
That's her
God,
job.
whatever. Get back on the boat.
And she has a super low fellowship too, so it's not that hard.
Yeah.
She has a 23.
She's toxic as shit.
It's just
She
gibberish.
just talks. They rapidly tune her out, poke around the wool and everything. don't find much of note per se. They seem to take. One of them seems to take a little bit of interest in you, looking at your armor and things like that. Almost like he's staring at you. Not sure whether he recognizes you or something else. Maybe he just likes you. But after a few minutes, the other guy calls him and says, "Oh, there's nothing here. Let's get going. Just about time for beer." The two of them climb back out, talking in low voices to each other. Go back up on the deck, and after a minute or two, the four of them get back on their boat and.
Before they get on the boat, I'm going to
Can I make
hand
a
me to Shilling and say thank you and have a drink on us. Thanks for keeping the canal safe.
Why, thank you, sir. That's much appreciated.
Can I make a gossip check to see if I can tell what they were saying?
No, that would
Just
not
straight
be.
no.
That would not be gossip.
What would be?
That would be perception, and they're speaking in a low voice so that they wouldn't necessarily be overheard. But it sounds like just general conversation. There was four guards.
Okay.
Yes,
I
Okay.
thought you said 5.
there was one on the boat driving their boat, plus 4 guards that got on the boat. So, no, they thank you. Praise to the Emperor.
Praise the Emperor.
Press Sigmar.
And they kick off and start and continue on down the boat.
His nose held in hammer on the back.
The 3 of you that are on deck, give me a perception check.
Oh,
They planted a
Come on up
bomb.
there, saying hi.
It's fine.
You see smoke rising up from the cotton.
you said perception, right?
Planted a bomb that says
Yep.
we hate you.
Oh.
61.
130.
130. As the boat is heading off, the sun's starting to come down. The one guard looks like he's still watching you guys as you guys are drifting off heading off to the north. The boat heading in the other direction. If that matters to you.
Yeah.
I wave him by.
Bye.
Okay. After a couple of minutes, they're out of sight around the bend, and you guys continue on.
I honestly
So
thought you
we're
were supposed to say,
staring
like, they just
long.
And you said by the end of the day we'd be at the
You have probably another stop, and then by tomorrow morning you'd be at Altdorf.
He was staring.
Should we
at
go-
us for
should
a
we go through the
real
whole night
long
then?
time.
That's what I was just about to suggest. Let's push through the
I
night.
can. You guys should probably sleep.
No, I'm staying up. Full armor and everything.
You're gonna be fatigued then.
So be it.
I
I'm gonna go
will.
sleep.
I'll hammock up, but I will have my gear on.
I will.
As uncomfortable as that probably would be.
Very much so.
Would that make him fatigued then?
I will hammock on deck, not down below.
Okay. And you're going to push on through the night?
Sure.
Okay. Give me a driving check or boat check. Whatever you have.
Drive.
Sailing?
It might be
Sailing.
sailing, yeah.
Yeah, probably advanced.
Oh, bastard sword. One handed. Would that work?
That's a
What?
two-handed
99
weapon.
plus 50?
Oh,
one for
bastard.
one.
Bastard.
1-4.
It's a 1.5 sword.
What?
I saw two variants.
So you got 140, but
Yeah,
you got a
it's wrong.
99.
I didn't.
That you can use it
149.
one-handed.
149.
When you get a
Shift your
99
grip
from a
and
95 to 100,
Right.
you roll again, you throw it.
Technically, you roll again and add it in. It doesn't really matter because if you got 101, you're fine.
Oh,
Okay, so you skillfully continue the boat on, avoiding various sandbars, etc., other hazards on the boat or on the river. And late at night, you break out of the canal and out into the Altdorf Harbor. There's several other boats, several large warships in the harbor. Lots of merchant vessels and so forth, but none of them are out on the bay itself. They're all docked and moored or anchored in the bay.
Well, I should probably go dock.
I'm just gonna grab a mace.
I'll go find
Okay.
a good area to dock the boat.
Okay.
My character has a mace.
Maybe away from like some of the larger boats that are like
Warships.
warships. Maybe
Yeah,
stay
most of the
away-
warships are out actually in the bay. They're too big to dock at the main
Okay, well
main
then-
things.
Let's stay away from like large crowds of
Trident
boats.
galleon.
Yeah, I mean there's some serious
72
ones here,
guns.
given that this is the capital.
Uh-huh.
So okay, you find a open mooring on one of the docks, and pull up to that, tie it off. It's maybe 2 a.m. at this point. The streets of Altdorf are glowing, but there's nobody apparently out on the streets or anything.
Is the harbor master Needing payment.
There's no sign of anybody out on the docks right now.
Okay.
Gesundheit.
And I'll just go to sleep.
Okay. You tie off the boat and go to sleep. Anybody else wish to do anything at this point?
You said what time is it? 2 in the morning.
About 2 in the morning.
So I got 6 hours of sleep because I'm old.
But
Sure.
you don't know that.
Well,
don't-
You
if
just
you
wake
dock
up
the
on
boat,
the-
I'll wake up. If
He
you're
knows
docking the boat.
if he has 6 hours of sleep.
If
I've never heard of
if
someone
I've
being able to
been
wake up
somewhat
on
rested at
command.
this point, I'm gonna watch.
I generally can.
Yeah.
You can just. I want to wake up, and then you wake up.
No, but if I go to sleep and I tell myself what time I need to get up, I will almost always wake up exactly to that minute.
Mine's like 2 minutes before my alarm
Yeah.
goes off, so I can shut my alarm off.
I don't even, most of the time I don't even need an alarm.
Yeah. Well, if you train that skill, you can do it. I did it most of my life.
I can't say, yes, I'm asleep, I want to wake up now, obviously, because I'm not aware of what's going on. But
docking the boat, there's a little bit of jostle to that.
Even
though you're a great driver, you're a wonderful seaman, but
Okay, you're fine. Stop.
still bumping into
Too much extra.
So I will. You're getting up, Frederick.
Come on. Dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up.
Okay.
I'll get up at that point.
okay,
I'm fully geared up and everything.
okay.
My
Now,
lantern going.
the Altdorf city, I think does it not update on the map?
Game paused.
It's black. And it's
Oh, that's
night.
because you guys aren't actually on the ballot.
It's just night.
These actors are.
Oh, let me change the map so it's new. Good lighting.
Hey, he smiled. He knew the joke he was making. It's not. Adults can laugh too.
There's Altdorf. Altdorf River, or the main river, goes through the center of town. You guys are roughly near the center of the town at this point. There's several warships moored in the river, both near both entrances as well as in the center. But you guys are at one of many docks along the way. You guys are just going to bed down for the rest of the night?
Oh, wouldn't you pay off the gold for the canal?
It came out of the slush fund.
That already got paid
Oh,
a week ago.
I'll get up with Frederick. We'll keep watch. Everybody else
Okay,
will sleep.
stay on the deck.
oh.
Okay.
Honestly.
Most of the night goes fairly uneventfully. There's a low fog that comes in over the river. The town is pretty quiet. Here and there, you hear occasionally the walking of a patrol, just out on the streets. But there's not really much going on in the town. About 5 a.m. or so, things start to get more busy around the docks. And maybe you start to see workers starting to move to boats, start to unload and move cargo and so forth. Maybe about 6 a.m., you see a guy in a fancy robe, looks like the harbor master, heading down the way fairly rapidly towards you guys.
Wonderful.
You want to go wake him up?
He can sleep out. We just
You
need to
can
pay.
handle
We
it?
need to pay the
Yeah, but he'll know what the dock fees are and stuff. We don't have any experience with that shit.
last one.
Okay.
I can wake you up. They're dip.
You wake me up.
See the harbor master's coming.
Are you sure?
Yep, that fancy dude's a harbor master. I know.
Okay.
Okay, you get up onto the deck about the time the
30
harbor
minutes of
master
sleep.
comes up to the boat, hops onto it, and says,
More like 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
"You guys got in late last night."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh, okay, good to hear. Hope you got your fees and your paperwork and everything else ready to go.
Gotta go.
Absolutely. What is the fees? Oh, sorry. Wait a minute.
What are the fees?
It's standard fee, 3 brass a day.
Alright, and so I drop 3 brass in his hand.
Okay,
I hand him the paperwork.
importing or exporting?
Importing.
What you importing?
Wool.
But
You
she
just
got
answer
the-
every other question. You're like, hey, this is what this is, but this question you can answer, and then I'm
Well-
gonna answer these questions. and
Wool.
you can
How many bushels?
I don't know. How many bushels? do we have?
75.
75.
75.
I just start laughing at this
Every
point,
other
watching
question.
these two go back and forth.
Yeah. He seems to be just taking it at his stride. He
woke
just
me
switches
up to
back and
just
forth.
go-
To the point after a couple of them, he looks to the right person to answer it.
Just pops back.
I know. It's just
He,
like
he
looking
pulls
into
out an abacus and starts flipping the little beads back and forth. Says, "Okay, importing 75 bushels of wool. That's gonna be 5 shillings."
5 shillings tax.
Yes.
we didn't catch your name, sir. What's your name?
Franz.
Franz.
Is it actually? Is it actually?
Yep. Scan
So, okay. You pay him the 5 shillings and 3 brass.
He
Says,
is.
okay. Pulls off a scrap of paper with some writing on it.
Okay.
Not really sure what it says.
I can
Oh,
read
I
it.
sure do.
Oh,
I'll
are
take
you there
it.
too?
I'll just reach over and grab it.
Okay. He hands it to you.
Now he knows he's gonna person.
Does it look like a tax receipt and all that?
Yeah, it looks like a tax receipt and a boat slip with a number for this particular location
Mhm.
and a date of today.
Okay. Can we
Okay.
pay ahead of time? Can we pay
We
for
just
tomorrow
did.
as well?
Yeah. You guys are gonna stay.
Give him a couple days worth of dock
Give him a
fees.
couple days
It's
worth
coming
of
up
dock
this.
fees.
You didn't
have
mark
a
it up
slush
yours,
fund.
did you?
Okay, then don't
Okay.
tell me to do it.
You're the captain.
I don't have a slush fund.
You got 2 days.
The guy looks bored already.
2 days. Can you point us in the direction of the commerce section of town?
Yeah, we've never been to Altdorf.
Gotcha.
That way.
Awesome. Everywhere.
It's all around.
Nice. All right.
How about this?
Head to the Königsplatz.
Do you have a particular vendor for wool that you recommend? Maybe a family friend or somebody you might have a financial stake in?
We
Something
can
that
just go look.
Give me a merchant etiquette roll.
We can just go look. No, you're not the one talking. Put down your dice. You don't get to talk,
Look at my
Reverend.
roll.
I don't care.
You can roll
48.
also.
48.
48?
95 plus my merchant skill, so well over 100.
No, he
So
wouldn't.
I stumbled through it, but you're like, listen, he's an idiot. All right, he worries
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
church.
He's
he
shiny.
he looks
cash,
he looks
money, money.
almost shocked at you, because from his station it would be unethical for him to recommend a particular vendor or merchant or so forth because he's supposed to be the neutral dockmaster.
But we all know that's bullshit.
Well, that may be, but he acts very shocked.
Yes.
He says, no, go ahead to the main square. The markets will be opening soon. I'm sure you can find plenty of merchants willing to buy your goods. Not a problem. You said you wanted to pay for 3 days,
2 days.
two extra days.
Yep. That's fine.
Okay. He gives you 2 more slips of paper with tomorrow and the next day's dates on it.
Yeah.
They look semi-official. They have a seal of the city on it and
I'm gonna
everything.
keep all those because you're wet.
Okay. He says you guys seem new here, so just make sure you tack that onto the front of the boat
Okay.
for the inspectors when they wander by.
All right. I will go do that.
Okay.
just hand you a secret coded message. Here, go to
That's a
this
good point.
location.
I will read those 3 slips he gave us real quick to make sure there's no go see Franz at Dock 3
No,
or whatever.
no.
Nothing. Okay.
They look like very basic, simple paper
Franz and
slips.
my other
Fair
brother
enough.
Franz,
Oh, that's
Daryl,
this
my other
person.
brother Daryl.
Okay.
All right.
See, those jokes are gonna die soon because.
So if you need laborers to unload the cargo, you're going to need to go talk to that guy over there.
Okay.
He can arrange for any people that you need. Other than that, best of luck.
Thank you.
And he hops off the boat and heads on down to the next one.
So you are our best negotiator.
Sure.
What?
You willing to stay awake for a few more hours to?
Or we can just wait so I
What?
can go to sleep first.
Well, we want to get in and get the best
I'm
price
gonna get a
possible.
minus because I've only had 3 hours of sleep and I'm gonna look super dreary.
I'm pretty
Brewery?
good at gossip.
Yep.
Brewery.
See,
He
I'm
can't,
already-
even, can't even speak.
Exactly.
can't even speak. What's
I'm a
Does he
pretty
get a
good
bonus if
negotiator.
I assist him with the Merchants Guild etiquette?
Maybe.
No, because
Unless you roll really bad, then you get a penalty.
over and then me assisting.
Oh,
I'm a pretty good negotiator. I mean,
I didn't even
he's paying
realize
me
I
once
grabbed that,
and
I'm
one
sorry.
bronze, so
you can have.
Well,
I'm sorry, I
hey,
didn't.
great
I didn't
negotiator.
realize.
What's your?
I'm sorry.
skill?
I honestly didn't.
um,
Not the
42
weekend, dude.
gossip and
I
42
know. I messed up. I'm sorry.
42 haggle. What's your haggle?
And I even grabbed Dr.
Ben,
Pepper
stop.
for you.
It's okay, Ben.
I have a 41.
Okay. And then you slept, so then we'll go in town.
I also
What's
Okay.
yours?
I don't have haggle. I have merchant etiquette. I'll let him haggle, just like I was gonna let you haggle. But me assisting helps smooth the waters because I know the proper speech things to say, words.
So you tell him what to say so he can say them.
Pretty much puppeting.
Okay, so this is.
Smarter than you think.
So you're doing it.
So how many fortune points do you have? Is that your-
Currently 4.
Okay, just for rerolls, because we want to get
And
the best
dumping
price.
extra SL.
What's that?
Like plus 10 to your roll.
Oh, you
For
can
the
just-
better, yeah, you could just add plus 10.
Oh, okay. So I mean that's up to plus 40 on your roll.
But you
If
can't
necessary.
you can't transfer a fail to a success though. You can only increase his success.
Gotcha.
Um,
So you re-roll till you get a success.
Hmm?
Okay. All right. Yep. And they're gonna go in and do that, and then if we can sell it, then we'll hire laborers when we get back.
Okay, so the two of you are going to go in to sell things, and what are the rest of you guys going to do?
Plus,
I would assume I would
brute
sleep
strength.
till I'm waking up or I wake up. And
Well,
My protector.
I think I was
They were-
already
I have
sleeping.
50 weapons.
Okay, so assuming it's
Enemies.
morning time frame, they're going to be
So
gone
effectively
most of the
I'm
day.
at a club. Walking
What are you guys going to do for the day?
Okay.
Not in the Kansas
So,
City. Don't hold your
It's
club
just those two going.
They've
Not the
already
regulars.
gone.
Okay.
They left in the morning. You guys wake up to find the boat moored. Several people asleep. What, if anything, do you want to do for the day?
Is he asleep?
Yes.
I
Everybody else is here unless you say otherwise.
I will hang out on the boat
Okay.
and experiment with the staff some more.
Okay. So you're just standing on the boat. Is there anything else anybody wishes to do in town while they're out doing stuff?
I was gonna ask him if we want to go ahead and get that symbol thing done.
Well, after I get my sleep, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
later in the morning after you guys are rested and everything.
Well,
If
this
there's
is
anything you want to do,
this is Altdorf. This is the capital.
this is.
So
That's why I was waiting till they come back to figure out a plan for the group.
we need to go as a group, and the
Yeah.
reason is things could go south. We could get recognized. Things could go badly. I want to do it for you because I also need to go get my official for being a warrior priest.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Didn't they give me a letter or something from the last city? They gave me something to acknowledge that I was indeed a level 1 warrior priest.
We gave you a part of your holy symbol type
Right.
stuff.
Okay.
You have a badge. You have a badge of office, effectively.
Okay. I need the badge of office for the next rank is all. So
So we'll wait for them to get back, and
Also
maybe
speak
like
for 10
tomorrow or
minutes.
something we can go do that. Okay.
okay.
Also,
Yeah.
Good.
Hold this
Like
rock
you
at a
said, it's
specific
gonna take a
angle.
while
I'd
for
like
them
to
to
use
do
the
that.
staff to hit it and see if something
No.
happens. Absolutely.
Negative. So
Yeah,
negative.
you,
wait a minute.
you said you were
I
experimenting by putting things in the
Yeah.
cage at the top. It holds. I mean, whatever fits in easily, it holds well.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to do anything unusual with it.
Baby rattle.
No, it's like for magic gems.
Maybe
Put
what I
the
need to do is I
gem
need to
in
charm a rat and
amplifies
put the
that
rat in
ability.
there.
It's a rat cage staff.
Get that.
My new career is rat catcher. I use a magical staff to catch rats.
Right.
Get that.
Now you've determined it is magical though, right?
Yes.
You just don't have a clue. What it is.
I want to go to the college to at least show it to my school.
I think that's our first step.
Do we
Before we
want
do
to
that.
stay in town that long?
But
Okay. So the two of you head off.
Yep.
First, give me a perception roll.
Okay, that's pretty good. 93.
Okay, so you guys head into town. It's maybe 6:30 at this point in the morning. The streets near the docks are starting to get a little bit busier with workers, but as you head further in, they get quieter, with most of the city not really awake yet. As you round the first corner street, you spot a old poster on the side of the wall, with some sketches on it that bears a striking resemblance to yourself and your other companions, in the form of a wanted poster for the murder of somebody labeled as Count Lieberung.
Does this look like it's a newer poster or
No.
an older, like it's been there
You
for a
might
while?
have turned in.
Is there other like posters on top of it? And
No, there's no other posters on top of it. It looks like it's probably a couple of weeks old.
Would it be legal for me to take it off? Like, would
Sure.
I get in trouble for taking it off?
Yeah, you see on various other corners more copies of it.
right.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And if you
like,
take it off and you're like, this doesn't look anything like
Are
us.
there,
I'll take it off and pocket it.
Okay.
are there any shops open currently?
Oh, you guys aren't quite at the market area yet. You're just like in between the docks and warehouses.
And this is less of a question of the wool and more of a question of clothing store.
Okay. Yeah. There's no stores here as such.
Okay. All right. So we'll just
Continue on.
You
keep
want to go
going.
find a tailor shop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe take the back alleys and stuff.
Figure we got time before the market itself opens. Seems like.
You got a little bit of time, but the stores are probably going to be open later than the market would be.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you guys head off to the trade district, find some shops. They start getting started, let's say 8 a.m. or so. By the time you find a couple of them that look decent, you do spot similar posters around town. A little bit less common, more in the trade district and everything. But there definitely seems to be some indication that you guys are wanted, or at least being searched for. There's a posted list of 15 gold per person of the group for the bounty.
Does it look? Does my sketch look very?
What?
We should have took our party member's head and turned him in.
So, does the sketch look remarkably like me?
Well, yes.
It's somebody who's paying attention would realize, yeah, it looks just like you.
While I'm waiting for the store to open,
I was already
to,
considering that.
I'm gonna find the nearest barrel of water.
Okay, and clean up.
I'm gonna shave my mustache off.
Okay.
I'm going to not have my fancy clothes on. I have my other clothes on,
So in an alleyway, you're going to shave and change.
if necessary.
Pulls out his rapier.
Pulls out the priest's old gear.
Yeah. Old, dirty, gross.
That's
no.
right.
But no,
Saving it for a
I
day
have
just
my
like
fine,
this.
I have fine clothes and I have my.
Regular stuff.
So I gotta
Okay,
put on
so
my
you
regular stuff
change
for now.
onto the regular stuff.
Yep. And do my best to look all strokish and whatnot, so I look a little different than the
Okay.
picture on the thing.
Shoot yourself across the head.
Yeah. Now that my mustache is
Well,
gone.
no, then you look like the other picture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put
Yeah.
my mask on.
Well, you're not on the list, man.
Yeah.
I don't care. I
You
want to
put
be
it-
as intimidating as possible.
So putting on a mask in the middle of town would make people think you're there to rob them.
Dad, you're being dumb.
It's a fair point.
It's not a COVID mask.
Right.
It's
I
a
know.
I'm a bank robber
Yeah.
mask.
Oh.
Excuse me, I'd like to discuss selling this wool to you.
Okay. I keep forgetting it's not just like a basket. Like a basket. You put over your head.
No, it's a bandit mask.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's
sticking
like
out.
a scarf saying, "Give me all your money."
Give me money.
Never mind.
Okay.
So yeah, doing my best to
Maybe we should
make my stature
we should have
smaller.
invested in some of that.
So okay, so you attempt to change your appearance as best you can. You find a shop that's open early, and you're looking to do what?
Less duelist clothing. More.
Okay.
More just guild style. The
More merchant stuff.
Yeah, more merchant stuff.
Okay. Yeah, they have some fine stuff. They sort of look down at you a little bit, saying, "Well, what are you doing buying this stuff?" But assuming you show them some money,
Yeah, I do.
they're more than willing to do so. They will.
You see what that's my. No, I don't have the. I don't.
They size you up. How close do you want this to fit?
Exact.
I mean, do you want this to be good quality, or do you want the first stuff off the rack?
I don't need it. I don't need it tailored to me. I will buy something off the rack, but just a nicer end of the rack stuff.
Nicer stuff. Okay. You can obtain appropriate merchant's garb, poor fitting, for 2 gold.
Okay. All right, and then
Okay.
I will
Don said clothing.
don said clothing,
Okay.
and I will attempt to not leave because I'm assuming they would. You know, then it's just a picture. It's not like they see me with guns out. So people have guns.
Yeah.
So
They're uncommon, but yes, people do have guns.
I would like to point something out about the posters and behavior of ourselves. In today's world, where we can literally capture somebody's pure essence in camera, people still exist in society for months, going around, if not years, going around being the nation's #1 wanted person.
Absolutely. That's
So,
why I'm just helping along with that for
Yeah,
myself.
while we should worry about it to an extent,
Right.
I don't think,
Us as a group out and about, I think would be a problem.
maybe, yeah.
I was wondering, like, would it be possible to, like, give a scar to, like,
I can cut your face. That's
you
easy.
know, like,
Like,
not like try to kill me,
make a disguise.
like make a more,
Darn it.
like a permanent scar or something like that, that
Yeah,
I
I
could
already did
like
that.
make up a story like.
The sailor already did, and your prior companion already did. Can you scar yourself? Absolutely. Do you have any justification to do so? No.
And it's
going
gonna
to
take
You're
more
not-
than
you're
one
You're not
day.
aware of anything.
Right. You're
I
not.
never wanted.
No, you were.
We-
No.
We,
No, you're
No.
we
not.
had
No.
gossip
We're just
on the
on
way-
no, not to that extent.
Yeah. You guys heard of something on the boat? Yes.
And he reassured us.
You're using
that
metagame knowledge,
No.
man. You're real bad about.
No, we,
You did not think about cutting yourself until we saw the until they saw the posters.
So it's.
on the way to the previous city that we were at,
Uh-huh.
we heard gossip at the taverns.
You're
Granted.
missing my point.
Granted. It's
All of
okay.
a sudden, out of nowhere, you're like, "I'm gonna cut my face off."
Don't do
But
that.
that's because
That's extreme.
Right. Now, when you go, if you go into town and you see it and you feel that's
That's
when you-
appropriate. Then by all means,
Right.
cut your
Right
face.
now, you just
But-
heard rumors people wanted, but that happens all
And
the
he
time.
reassured
in this
us
world. There's always
that it
randoms,
wasn't
there's
us
always-
because he's been
Correct.
Altdorf and he saw it.
Okay.
And
honestly, you would have to fairly horribly disfigure yourself for a facial scar to make a difference.
You
Make
fellowship
yourself
grounds with
Voldemort,
that.
cut off your
Yeah.
nose.
So
Oh,
because I mean they have a picture of you. They have descriptions of you. Okay, they know from the listing. They have listed several of your careers. One's listed as a soldier. One's listed as a librarian. Things along those lines. They have some basic information beyond that. But like Thad said, the odds of a normal person on the street caring, let alone recognizing you, is fairly remote. You get arrested by the town guard, you might be in trouble. Or you draw attention to yourself that would cause them to think about it. You might be in trouble. Otherwise, it's a town of 10,000 people.
at least it's the capital.
Yeah.
Closer to fucking 100,000, if not more.
So,
Hell,
anyway,
Paris back in the day, which would be like the equivalent, had 1 million+ people in it at this time.
Now that's open, the market must be open too.
yep, market is open at this point. There's lots of people yelling and selling. Population of 105,000.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, bigger than Dayton.
yeah,
105,006 now.
Yeah,
right, and 6.
As an aside, real quick, we went to the catacombs in Paris, which, and this whatever this game always reminds me of, walking through the catacombs is horrific.
oh yeah.
Because it's millions of dead people, skulls as high as the ceiling, just forever.
they left.
And you're just like, it sucks because like you're looking at every skull and you're like, that was a person, and they're real. This isn't like Halloween
Yeah,
props.
these are real ones.
These are real skulls that you can just reach out and be like, human skull,
Oh.
human pelvic bone, and
They make and
It was a
they
child
make
grave,
designs
like a
out of the
6-month-old.
bones too. Creepy as can be.
Yeah, there was like a 6-month-old.
yeah, there's shrines in there. It's have you been there?
I have not.
Oh, it's
I've never been to the States, but I've seen enough
I
of that
kinda
to
wanna
know
go
I'm not
there
going
now.
in there.
Yeah,
There's a guy that goes down there and takes concrete and shapes humans coming out of the wall with the concrete. He goes down there and spends months underneath the ground to creep people out that way.
that's
He's a monster. Anyway, yeah.
I love it. He's a monster. But yeah, and that,
okay.
it was this kind of a city for centuries, and they had a mass graveyard with millions of people in it. So
I kind of want to go there
all
now.
the porters.
Okay.
It should be a bucket list thing. It's
I think we
Looking
need to
for
visit.
someone wanting to
these
buy wool.
ci-
Anybody want to buy wool?
We need to visit the sewers here. It's a tradition. we
no. Okay, so still hanging out on the boat.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask like random sailors or whatever that get near the boat. Hey, is there someplace we can buy like a map of the city or something? Like this is my first time here. I'm
I
looking
have a
for
map
the.
of-
Why you need a map?
I'm looking for the Temple of Sigmar.
They point to some gigantic cathedral
Oh, really?
visible above the skyline. Yeah, that's the
Then I
grand.
would never have asked that because I'd be like, oh, it's right there.
Well,
Never
yeah,
mind.
no. Altdorf is not only the capital of the kingdom; it also has the capital church
Yeah, it's the
of
seat of
Sigmar.
power for the church.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So it is the Great Cathedral of Sigmar,
So that
where the Sigmar Pope equivalent would
I
be.
need to go to the church. Me and him need to go to the church.
He's not here to
I'm-
argue.
You've already left. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
left for the market.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just
No!
I'm playing
Out of nowhere.
Calls out across the town. You shall not leave.
Okay.
I'm swinging my staff around,
Where are your nicest
trying to
clothes?
figure out what to put next.
Or do you only
Wow.
have no
That'd
clothes?
basically be my warrior's uniform.
with the Sigmar
That's
Pope-
fine.
Because
When you wave it
other than
around,
that,
it does
I just
whistle
have common.
slightly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The high
Maybe
I'm
the-
gonna wear my
Maybe I need to do it more
half
fast.
plate, right?
Okay.
And I have a set of fine clothes and a nice cloak.
Okay.
I'm gonna put what I can on to
Right, so
kind
you're
of.
gonna fully decorate yourself as a priest of Sigmar.
And I'm
fully
gonna,
decorate
So you're
myself.
easily
shine up my
recognizable.
armor.
Got it.
I'm gonna. Hey, Dad,
This is a fucking. This is the seat of power.
I-
and it's.
Dad, I'm gonna like
Maybe.
shine up my armor, shine my
Maybe
weapon.
the staff is like
shield,
it's like a
all
voodoo
that.
thing. You have to put the voodoo doll in the cage.
Ooh.
Or maybe it was like Indiana Jones, and you had to put it into a hole
Maybe.
somewhere and let the sunlight come through at a certain time on a certain day.
Maybe.
To yeah,
Could be.
I'll try.
that's
when
one of
I
those things
wake
about
up,
that movie. You're like,
I'll
that
help
could
the
only have
wizard.
happened on one day throughout the whole year
Yeah.
for that to line up perfectly. He just happened to be there at the right moment.
Yep.
A year later,
Yeah, that'd be
Indiana
good.
Jones comes.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And he's dying. Anyways, all right, him and I are gonna head to the church.
Okay, the two of you are heading to the church later in the day.
Yes.
Anybody else want to go anywhere, somewhere during the day?
I was gonna help the wizard trying to figure out the staff.
Okay.
Okay, so the sailor and the wizard wave the
And
staff
the-
around.
Putting fish inside.
That's
it.
right. Doesn't do anything with fish.
We're gonna come back, and all we're gonna see is like the bow of the boat sticking out of the water. We figured out the stuff.
Okay, so you guys are down at the market.
Staff of singing boats.
Okay. You find merchants that are trading in wool. One of them seems potential, at least as a representative of the market. He is Herr Hohenzoll. Has a need for wool to feed into his textile business. Heard you guys are looking to offload 75 bushels and is interested in buying the bundle of it.
A bundle of it?
Oh, the entire bundle of it.
Yeah,
all of
just
it.
one.
I was like, man, okay.
It's gonna be a long day.
He starts off with an offer of 10 shillings a sack.
No, no, we're doing
So you need to haggle.
Okay, so you can either give me a -20 charm test or a haggle test with merchant lore that you have. If you succeed on that, I will give you a built-in +20. Okay? Now, whatever your results are what you're going to sell it for.
Right, this isn't a we walk away.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
We're selling it
You
regardless.
guys negotiate and argue, and that, well, technically you can walk away. That is their best price that you're going to get in this town for the time being.
Okay,
Okay?
so
You don't have to sell it if you don't want,
If
but
what-
whatever you get is what you get for this week.
142.
Okay, so you get a +20,
okay.
and you choose either charm at -20 or haggle at normal.
Haggle at normal.
Okay, so that plus Andy's 20.
Is that a 97?
Yep, it is a 97.
Roll again.
So
Yeah, roll again.
97 plus 63
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
plus 42 plus 20.
162, 20,
Almost 200, 220.
212. Sorry.
Yeah, over 200.
Add +4 SL.
212. Yeah.
Dump
Okay.
all your fortune.
Like, no, I'm not buying your crap.
I will give you a platinum per.
He argues with you, haggles with you for quite some time. Over some lunch, you guys continue to haggle and argue, and late in the day, you manage to finally convince him that your particular wool is worth up to 2 gold per bundle.
Yes.
We
Yes.
sell.
Okay, so you're gonna sell all of it.
Oh, he passed.
Thanks for the roll, by the way.
We can
So,
get 2
he
war
He
horses
gives
now.
he gives you an address to
We'll
deliver
worry
it
about that
to.
later.
Okay.
Payment to be upon receipt.
Okay.
That he's expecting it by the end of the next day.
Okay, we can do
Okay.
that.
Is it so? If it's afternoon, will you accept it today?
Sure.
Is your warehouse open
Yeah.
in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Time? Okay.
If you can get it to the warehouse today, sure.
Okay.
145.
If it all
No
shows
one
up.
does.
No, that's
No, it's
150.
And there's no loss.
That's
That's right.
I did my
Meanwhile, back to the boat, it's sinking.
I honestly thought was.
The person's like, if we don't get this wool, you will be in debt to us.
We have gotten a great price for the wool that's now at the bottom of the lake.
Or even worse, they caught it on fire. Now we owe damages.
The fire wizard
go
played with the
straight
flame
over
of
to the
wool.
laborers.
Okay.
And,
The stevedores,
yep, and ask
Okay.
them.
give me a merchant etiquette roll
You
there.
see, we're
Okay.
over at the boat putting wool at the actual
A
staff
90?
seeing that.
Okay.
Stuff.
Okay.
It burns the meat.
They will move the wool, take care of all the deliveries and everything for, we'll say 3 gold.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Done. And they can do that tonight.
Today they don't
Okay,
they don't
right.
work after 6.
Right. In the afternoon. Get
Yeah.
it there. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will. At 6 o'clock, I'll go back to collect from Air
Okay.
This group just made you rich.
whole and soul.
Okay.
Close enough.
My card.
Sure.
First,
If I don't see profit in this.
Okay. You guys are at the boat. Sometime early afternoon, a bunch of burly-looking guys walk up to the boat, climb on board without really saying much, go down to the cargo hold, and start offloading the wool.
Where are you going with the wool?
Yeah.
We got an order. Unload.
That's ours.
I got an order.
We got an order right here. This.
Read the paper.
Okay. It says
What does it say?
the wool has been claimed by Herr Hohenzoll for delivery today, no later than 6 p.m.
And I come traipsing up the boardwalk.
Yeah, you see the duelist wearing particularly fancy clothes now, walking down strutting down the dock.
With my new best friend.
Yes. And they're pretty much ignoring you at this point. They show you the paper, let you have it, they start
if
unloading.
you're a bruiser, how did your negotiations go? If you don't give me 2 gold, I'm gonna break both your knees.
No.
It's a very nice.
Sure, yeah, 2 gold seems good.
It was a
That's a nice
polite.
fork.
It's a polite lunch.
Yeah.
He had his mask on. He didn't know he was a bruiser.
It's like that's a nice fork. It'd be a shame if it ended up in your eye.
That's right.
I have the same haggle
He-
and gossip you do.
He made a deal he couldn't refuse.
Yeah. So listen, I swear, your daughter's very nice. I'd hate for something to happen to her on the way down to school.
He fits right in with his group.
Yeah. Yep.
Sadly, you all will have horses soon, and then he will have horse heads.
Yes.
What?
So I informed my crewmates
Okay.
about the.
Okay. The 2 of them are not here.
Oh.
The
How about this?
cleric and the soldier.
You get 75, I get 75, and we say it got claimed by someone else.
No, I
Not
just
a
heard
chance.
all that you just
Not a
said.
chance.
Assuming
You're
that's
not
what
a very good whisperer.
Even if he whispered that off the boat, not a chance. Not a chance.
puts his mask up. You sure about that?
I pull out both my pistols. I'm sure.
God, that would be so
There's
one-sided.
there's a duel in the middle of the street. He's like, I have my.
Good news, guys.
I have my club. I
Good-
have my 2 pistols.
Good news, guys. We made a lot of money. Even better, we got 1 less share.
So I'll inform Dip. So it's just these 2, right? That are on the
Yeah.
boat? Okay, and Giselle.
And Giselle.
Okay.
And the boat lady.
Yep. So I'm going to inform just these 2. I'm going to move them off the side with me and
Okay.
say, so here's what we sold it for.
Okay.
And I'll be honest.
Okay.
150 gold. And that's why they're taking it and they get it there tonight. I'm going to pick up that money tonight.
Okay.
There are also wanted posters throughout the city, I think that we should avoid moving in large groups together.
Then we should leave, get
Well-
our money and go.
Well, we've got people. Where are the other two guys?
Went to the
They went to the church.
Oh, they went to church. Okay, so yeah, as soon as they get back, I know we paid for 3 days. We don't need to stay 3 days. You know.
I want to
Money
check into the
waster.
college.
You give the guards
then we
extra
could
money.
go.
You give the boat person extra money.
Okay. Well, it's early afternoon when they
Okay.
started unloading. So if you wanted to go now,
Sure.
okay.
Do you want to go, or
Yeah,
you want to take care of the cargo?
I'm gonna stay here until they're done unloading. As soon as they're done unloading, I'm gonna follow that last load
Oh.
up to go collect.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, they have a couple of large horse-drawn wagons that they're loading the wool onto. They'll take you up there without any issue.
Okay. You want to protect him in town, seeing how you're not on the posters?
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be allowed in the college.
No, but he could hang out outside and then escort you back and forth.
Yeah.
You
I
are
feel
kind
like
of
we should
squishy.
probably
Okay.
get some of those bandit hoods, just in case we.
I have one of
need
those
to-
bandit hoods.
He's just got a sweet bandana.
Oh yeah.
What's the boat lady want to do? Isn't she getting dropped off here?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's willing to stay here, or she's willing to travel with you guys if you need somebody to maintain the boat.
Okay. I thought her
Well, she's
overall
my
thing is she
character.
wanted to be dropped off at all.
She was originally heading to Altdorf. Admittedly, you guys have a lot more excitement in your life.
Do you want to offer her a position on the boat?
No.
No. Okay. Well, in that case,
You don't.
Rejected.
I mean, that would technically qualify as your second
Oh.
crewman.
do you want to offer her a
Hey.
spot on the boat?
I will start paying you $1 a week.
Well, you were already paying me a silver a week.
Right, we're already paying her out of.
Okay, well, I will pay you
Okay.
$1 a week.
2 silver a week? Excellent.
Yeah, one from the group, one from me.
Okay.
So does she count as my crew then?
Yeah.
Nice,
There's
2
two.
crewmen.
Yeah.
Do you need-
Technically, he does also because you hired him as
I
crew.
know.
He just said 2 crews.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said,
What's her name?
You're not.
we don't know is the problem.
Oh my
Ask her,
god.
ask her name.
What's your name?
What's my name?
Franz Kiska.
Franzen.
You're not paying 3 silver a week.
Francie.
No.
It's Frankie.
That's his name.
Francie.
Oh, give me a moment. Let me find her name.
I have crew and it's only it's unintentional.
Again, these are people that.
But
No, it is intentional.
Well,
Now,
Renata.
Renata,
Hauser.
can I change her name?
No, my parents gave it to me.
I'm your parent now.
so
It's gonna
question.
cost you more than a silver.
The question is, his
Gold
crew
per week.
work the same as his assistant? Are they assistant to him? Like they go up in level? They're not going to be doing battles. Apparently, it's going to be doing their job. Will they achieve higher levels the same way, or are they just workers on the boat?
They are workers on the boat.
Okay.
If they take part in or dangerous missions, dangerous activities, they will get experience in advance just like any other player.
Does
Gotcha.
Renata
So
have
him,
a
for sure.
stat sheet?
Yes,
She will.
she does. I will provide that to you at a later point.
Okay.
Now, if you choose for her to simply stay on the boat and stay safe, that works as well. She will get experience, but at a much lower rate.
Probably just a deck cleaner.
She pilots the boat too because she comes from a family house. This is her family's old boat.
No,
'cause
she
then
was a
would've gotten
passenger
Oh, she was a
boat.
passenger.
She was a
but
passenger
yeah.
on. Otherwise, she would have claimed the boat.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, she's a. I mean, functionally,
This
she's
is the
functionally
one we
she's a vagabond. That she knows the basics of a boat, and she's been picking up different skills.
Would it be
So-
reasonable to arm her?
Oh,
No.
probably
Sure.
give her a dagger or something.
No,
Right, so-
we
She has a
confiscate all daggers.
She has a knife.
Even
Maybe,
though I have
she
that-
has a
Maybe I should
knife.
get her like a leather jerkin and stuff.
maybe eventually. Yeah.
That's up to you.
Eventually,
But I mean, that's the fundamental guidelines. They have followers. They are responsible for their care, feeding, equipping, etc. of those followers. So if you think she needs a knife and some armor, get her a knife and armor.
does she want a knife and armor?
Am I going to get into combat?
Well, if somebody comes on the boat.
If somebody tries to attack.
Well, he was trying to get on the boat. I need some armor.
maybe.
Okay, you need some armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe one of those axes.
Full plate. She requests full
Full
plate.
plate. I would also
Oh my
like
God.
heavy war horse.
No, we just put all the money we just got into her.
Okay, I'll get her a leather jerkin,
Okay.
which is 10 shillings.
Sure.
So,
And then what else did you say?
and then she
Some
wants an
floaties.
axe.
A hand axe?
Yeah.
How about that?
She wants a
We should
hand
get
axe.
some
Yeah.
lifeboats.
She's inclined to use a hand axe
Not a bad idea.
because it has it can double as tools
It
on,
costs
on the
1
boat.
gold.
Well, it probably came with a rowboat.
All right, I'll spend a
It's
gold.
Yeah,
inside of it.
Oh, it did come with a
I'll
rowboat.
spend
Yeah.
a gold on a hand axe as well.
Okay.
So now she has a hand axe and a leather
And when
jerkin.
you get the sheet, you can add that to her.
It's more than you have.
I
Can I
asked
use
if
that
you
to
needed
make you
anything.
150 gold?
For what are you looking for?
I'll look at that spells.
No, you
Because while I'm in college, I was thinking about getting purchasing some
defending
spells.
Hey,
Okay.
I didn't know.
and
You're not-
Okay.
maybe get a.
You're not with us.
Okay, so the two of you head off to the High Temple of Sigmar.
You're going with
Wandering through town, similar to the rest, you see posters and so forth. You guys head towards the temple. It goes through the trade district, where you can buy stuff and everything. Basically, most of the city's really built around the temple.
Right.
Most of the center of it. By the time you guys go there, the streets are just packed. People everywhere.
well, keep my
Okay.
money and everything else.
That's
Yeah.
fine. You head to the temple. Big, gigantic cathedral, massive Gothic architecture, and so forth. Several guards out front, and the main main doors are open currently to the temple. You guys presumably walk in without much issue.
I'll walk in and awe.
Okay, I'm gonna, as a roll, I'm gonna take particular note of the way the guards are dressed and everything,
Uh-huh.
and how far off am I in appearance? Because I've kind of half-assed my look from.
You're probably fairly off because you've been, like you said, sort of cobbling it together, and have been traveling for at least several weeks.
Oh yeah, and
these-
getting the crap beat out of me. And
These
everything else.
guys look like British beef eaters as far as their cleanliness and so forth. Obviously, with a religious.
Yes,
Tim.
absolutely. Okay.
They are wearing plate mail, armed with weapons, and seem, at least from the gear, highly qualified.
Right. Right.
Whether they are actually good or not, who knows? But they look very ceremonial as far as it. They don't really seem to even acknowledge your presence
That's
as you
fine.
walk by.
Do I see any other priest-like people
There-
walking around?
There are a few acolytes
Mhm.
in the place, but the majority are maybe a few dozen civilians, worshippers, and so forth coming in and leaving. There's a large shrine to Sigmar, gigantic 3-story statue of Sigmar, big altars covered with offerings and things like that.
Like that statue in the
Vermintide.
no, in Harry Potter, the big statue
Sure,
in there.
sure,
Like
but
that?
but Sigmar.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyways,
gonna go up, offer a prayer,
okay.
and do the whole ceremony up the front as well as I know it.
Well,
I have the books. I've been studying
You
the
have
books.
you have the books, and you're studying the typical thing. Give me a religious etiquette type thing.
Pray.
Sure.
Not great.
Okay.
76.
Okay. Typically, you would make some offering of value to yourself
Mhm.
to Sigmar.
And then you did it again. I was like,
Some sacrifice that you make in his honor.
Your heart.
What would be examples of that?
Something that your character, considers valuable.
The hammer. You consider that valuable?
He does.
you.
I think you want to sacrifice a glowing green hammer.
The idea being something that is more valuable to you is a greater sacrifice to Sigmar. Now, it's not traditional that you walk up and you put like your whole life savings on top of the
Right,
altar.
right.
That would be unusual.
Or a chaos enchanted warhammer.
That would probably be wrong too. But walking up and saying praise to Sigmar and walking off without some sort of offering.
Right. I'll
I mean, maybe. I mean, it wouldn't be unreasonable to donate a few shillings
yeah,
or a
yeah.
gold's worth of
I'll-
stuff.
How about I throw a gold in there?
Sure.
I'll just throw a solid gold in there.
Okay.
Steak.
No, that is not going to get put up there. That is going to be given to the church itself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go look for like the militant order of the church.
Okay. Like I said, there's several armored guards
Mhm.
just keeping watch in the area.
I'll walk up to one of them. Hello,
Okay.
brother.
Okay. He stands there at
And
attention.
that's what I was wondering if they're gonna be fucking beefeaters. God damn it. Huh?
He did say they were basically British,
Yeah.
you know.
He said they were dressed like that.
One of the guys in the back is eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
No. No, they're standing at attention. I mean, he you see his eyes look at you,
Yeah.
but other than that, he doesn't acknowledge you as such. After a moment or two trying to talk to him, one of the acolytes comes over and says, "Can we help you, sir?"
Yeah, I'm looking for the militant order of the church. I have some news for them.
And your church of representation? Which city are you from? I don't recognize your
What was the original town
decorations.
we were from?
Altdorf.
No, we weren't from Altdorf, were we?
We traveled from a unknown. We were different strands to a caravan thing,
Yeah,
and then
what
traveled to
small,
Altdorf.
I'll just say whatever small village I was from originally. Because we never did come up with those village names.
Yeah.
We met on the street. So,
This was the first town we've actually been to as a group.
no, I thought
Like
it was the
full on
last town.
city.
No, the
Bogenhaven.
Bogenhofen is what
Yeah.
we spent the first
You
half
got
of this
you
campaign
guys.
traveling
We
to.
started the
Well,
campaign.
we went to
on,
Bogenhaven. I want to know where we started.
you started on the road to Altdorf. All of you
Okay,
were heading
yeah.
to Altdorf at the same time. Where you came from initially is up to you.
Fine.
Kislev.
Altenglan.
Well, there's the map.
Okay. Let's see. Altdorf. Where's
Bogenhaven's over here.
Bogenhaven?
Tableheim. So we were heading up from north.
You were
south.
coming. You were south of Kudenholz
Right here.
on the road to Altdorf, about halfway. Where you came specifically is entirely up to you and your choice.
Yeah, but how did we end up in Bogenhaven then?
You traveled through Altdorf and then you took the boat
Yeah.
with
Franz.
no.
With the friend of the dead person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my town. Is that Bosdal?
Yeah.
Bosdal.
Bosdal?
Yeah, it's north.
It's a small village.
Small village north in the next to the Drachenwald
Mine'll
forest
be
or the
Guthovel.
Drachenwald forest.
Bosdal. I'm not seeing that one.
Look at the
Oh, there it is.
forest.
Bosdal. Yeah, in the middle of the forest there. Okay.
Make sure you write that down.
West of Middelveg. So you are here representing Bosdal. Okay. The
Everybody has a star zone.
acolyte says Bosdal.
North.
I'm not familiar with that village, but okay, no problem. I'm glad they are serving Sigmar's might.
I have been doing my best to spread the holy word of Sigmar.
Yes, bit non-traditional on the decorations and trinkets, but very well. Give me a few moments. I will make your introductions.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I don't. While I am cobbled together, all this gear is well done and well paid for.
Sure.
I made sure we talked about that.
Yeah.
So I don't look like a poor.
I'm not saying you do. It's well-made stuff that's not necessarily put in the exact
Non-traditional.
right place.
Yeah, oh,
et cetera.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Per the capital.
Yes, I personally
and
shined
you-
up my armor.
Right, and I'm sorry. You are. Is there something we can do for you?
He's one of my retinue.
Yeah.
You seem to have left your holy relics behind.
I must have left them at the boat.
While he is a follower of Sigmar, he's not much of a practicer. He's more of a brute, if you will.
Well, as much as we encourage the spreading of the word of Sigmar, perhaps you would consider better company. Okay, so
I'll take it under advisement.
okay. Anyway,
Sacrifice.
I take my gold back and leave the soldier. Yes, but he has to be of something of value to you.
That's terrible.
Okay. Anyways, he disappears into one of the back rooms, leaving you guys waiting. You
Eventually,
see.
I'll be showing him the good book and reading
Okay.
through it to him and stuff. Can you read?
Nope.
Yeah, me too.
I can't write.
He explains everything you must do. Follow all my instruction.
I will basically give him a crash course in
Sure.
etiquette for the church,
Okay.
and as far as
Um,
I understand it,
Sure. The main thing is proudly proclaim and show the symbols of Sigmar, which you have no such markings
How
anywhere.
would I get one of those?
we'll take care of it.
Yeah.
At the gift
So-
shop at the church.
I understood you were going somewhere
I was going to the
in
college.
the afternoon, and you're gonna go. You're waiting for the cargo to get unloaded.
And then I'm gonna go
Okay.
for the car.
I was defending him.
Is there a
Okay.
Going-
Giselle was going to the college
is
also.
there a
at the exact
temple of
same-
like
Radiant.
the water person?
Yes.
We
There-
Manon.
literally.
Yeah, there are
bought
shrines everywhere.
Can I
Or
go to
rosaries.
one of the temples of
from a
Manon?
gift shop.
Sure. You
on
can go to a
St.
shrine of it.
Peter's.
Are there
I was
guards
gonna-
on the docks?
And I thought it
There
was
are
the
patrols,
most
yes.
horrific thing I've
Not
ever seen.
huge numbers.
It's like this
I mean, for the most part, the
capitalistic
workers
style.
don't seem to
gift
care
shop
about one another
on
either.
top
They
of
each
the
have their
church.
job and their
Overlooking
foreman and so
the
forth. They're
road. I
doing
was
their
just
work.
This is
Um,
gross.
It does. I mean, there's plenty of people here, so you don't really have any concerns along for theft or anything like that. But at the same point, there's not really anybody watching.
Got it. Okay, how's it going?
I'm
Okay.
going to the temple of Manon and then ask how to start becoming a firm believer of Manon.
Meridian.
It says Manon on my
Manon.
paper.
Is
Yeah.
it?
I think it's
Myrmidon.
man.
Manann.
Yeah. Or Manon, I think.
Oh, yeah, Manon.
Yeah. Okay.
Manon.
So you go to a shrine. There's several priests in bluish robes for Manon. They're very eager to teach you about him and all the things that you have not previously learned. They're more than willing to, but they do require a sacrifice of conviction.
We're gonna be all religious fanatics.
We need a thumb.
That's right.
Give us a thumb.
They
My thumb?
no,
No,
they
they-
don't.
they
They don't.
need-
Need, they
they-
don't need your thumb. But
They need an item of
unfor-
endless water.
unfortunately, well, yeah. I mean, something along those lines would certainly go a long way.
You're not there, wizard! Shut up!
Mainly, they're looking for religious fees and so forth.
So they want me to give them money.
They want you to donate to the church, as all churches do.
Can I give them the gold?
Sure,
Alright, I
They
have
will-
Well, we
the
used
gold.
to.
they will
be,
happily
Like,
take a gold.
we were
Okay.
brass,
It is.
copper,
I know.
saving every bit
Okay.
of money that we had.
Okay,
Now
yeah,
we're
they
only
they
giving away
they
gold.
proceed to give you religious teachings for the rest of the day, as much as you can care to listen to.
Okay,
All the teachings of Manon.
okay.
Now do they
And then I'll get like a holy symbol of Manon as well.
Well, they have a gift shop. You can buy those at the end.
I will.
Okay.
Now, do
They
the
have
two of
gift
them
shop
receive a
entry.
little bit of training
Mermaid Man?
for religious etiquette? Like they gain like a 1
No.
point.
No, if they want to spend points, they might be able to, but all they get is basic passing information of it. So, okay, so you guys go to the university. Okay, you go there. It is behind high stone walls, thick iron gates, and so forth. As you guys approach, they have their own guards to prevent the riffraff from going in.
Yep.
And thick oak doors that are closed to the public.
Yep.
You guys walk up, and the guards immediately demand to see your authentication papers.
I give them the papers and stuff.
Okay.
Show them to them.
They say, "Oh, welcome, sir. Feel free to visit the college and spend whatever time you wish." They let you and Giselle in.
Yep.
You are denied entry to the university.
Yeah, what's your business?
Okay. So, you're on the street next to a big stone wall with a single door in it, with no visibility beyond to the grounds on the other side,
Can you go back?
on one of the main streets. They go in, they close the door, and go back to their post and sort of watch you. What would you like to do?
Are there any like local? Can I see any like? I'm just gonna go looking around.
Just wander around Aldorf?
Yeah, just try and
Okay.
find stuff.
Okay. Plenty of stuff to find. Okay. You guys, later in the afternoon, they finish unloading.
Okay.
They take the 2 wagons off to the guy's warehouse, unload it fairly efficiently, very well. At the end of it, the guy is there. He counts all the bundles, makes sure everything is as promised, and then happily hands over a sack of 75 crown. 150 crown, sorry. Yes.
I was like, we're just
And then he hands you over a second bag of 75 crowns.
Okay.
Okay.
They were just
All right.
testing you.
I will
Just checking.
secure that inside on my person.
Okay. Yeah, a few of the laborers, glance in your direction, but they're already dispersing, going back to their jobs.
I'd like to talk to two of
Okay.
the larger ones
Okay.
and offer them each 2 shillings to escort me back to the boat. They got to go back to the labor of the stevedores anyway, but
Okay.
stevedores.
Sure.
Want to do it? Okay.
Sure.
All right. So I'll give each.
You worried about something?
No, I just don't. I've never been to Altdorf, so. I wasn't
Okay.
sure. I figure it's a big town and probably lots of people. It might be dangerous, right? No.
Well, sure.
Oh, okay.
It can be rough.
Well, I figure you guys were going back anyway, and we just all
Crack their
hang
necks.
out on the way back. Yeah.
So you're paying for
It can be rough sometimes.
One of them lifts a mask.
Yeah.
Give me a word.
You really
Fast shot.
So, you know how we were wanted before. Now maybe we're a little bit more wanted.
proudly
What?
display your guns.
No, not probably displaying my gun.
Anyways, you interested in going elsewhere in town, or you just want to go back to your boat?
Just back to the boat. I think we're gonna go pick up another load, and I'll be more than happy to.
You got more wool?
Well, pick up another load. We're gonna go get some more.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully, we can hire you guys when we come back again.
Okay.
All right.
No problem. We'll be here.
Awesome.
This
It's a
is
week's
Hans.
wages for these
Hans,
guys.
is this Franz?
My name's Franz.
Are they here to pump me up?
Farmers.
All right.
I'm so worried, it's hard.
Yes. Can't touch the tops of their heads or wipe their own butts. But man, they can lift stuff. All right.
Before the rest of their times.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys at the Temple of Sigmar.
Yes.
A little bit later, they come back, said, "Oh, yeah, one of the priests will see you now."
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Lead you into one of the back offices where there is a level 3 priest, whatever the title of that is.
Priest sergeant or something like that.
He has all sorts of military decorations in his office, things like that, various pieces. And he says, "So, I understand you represent what was it? The town of Bosdal.
Bosdal, correct.
That's west of Delberts, isn't it?"
I'm not really sure where Delberts is. I'm not really great on my geography, but I do know it's north of.
Priest sergeant if it's warrior priest.
Priest sergeant.
Yeah. Kudenholz. I think that's what it says. Yeah, Kudenholz. Small village. But I've been on the road for many weeks now. And
I haven't been up in that area for a few years.
High priest if it's a priest, not a warrior priest.
Okay. How's the Drakewald Forest been these days?
oh, just horrific. It's full of mutants. We've seen all kinds of bandits. We've had to dispatch quite a few of both on the way here.
You've been dispatching mutants?
Yeah, we found some mutants.
It's banned right now.
This was
not
before, admittedly, sir, this was before the new dictator
We're
came
not
down.
Which is
there.
awfully helpful of
There.
people suggesting this while you're having this private conversation with the
Yes, I
guy.
understand. I understand. All of you should have shut the hell up.
I didn't say that.
I just wrote
Yeah, didn't
Yes,
read
I
his
walked
newspaper.
right into that. I walked right into it, admittedly. Yeah, there was a few. We admittedly didn't attack anybody who didn't attack us first. So,
Well, that's okay. Well, best mutant is a dead mutant. Much easier to sort them out afterwards. So,
well, I'm here for some business, and how do I want to play this? What was the thing in that fucking town we were just in?
So you're looking to take on an apprentice?
I am looking to take on an apprentice. He is looking for an official recognition as well as I am. I have.
Has he taken the sacrament of Sigmar?
Not yet. No. I did take the sacrament myself many weeks ago. At. Can you scroll the map up, please? It was Wiesbrook, right?
Wiesbrook
Wiesbrook.
and Bogenhofen. Bogenhofen is where I believe you did the sacrament.
Okay, at Bogenhofen. And in my travels, we've run across quite a few things that I think the church needs to be aware of.
You were in Bogenhaven recently. I've heard reports of some nasty business down there.
Yeah, it was.
Demons and cults and murder and all sorts of problems.
Admittedly, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Well, I'm sure you didn't have a part in that. If you spot any of those people, any of those criminals in those area, I trust you'll do your duty and turn them in.
Sure. I do have a quick question about that, about a matter of procedure. Since obviously I've never been to this, to the Holy Land. Wouldn't killing the demons and all that be good? Wouldn't the church condone that?
Well, if there was demons, of course.
Right.
But those that summoned the demons and committed the crime should be brought to justice as well.
Oh, see, I had misheard. The rumors that I've heard was that the group that had committed those crimes were the ones stopping the summoning and whatnot. I've heard almost the exact opposite rumors.
Nope, unfortunately, that's not the official reports coming out of Bogenhaven. All our agents and all our reports are saying that there was thieves' activities in the area
Well, it's a
that
major city, there's
resulted
always thieves'
in
activity.
but that resulted in many dark acts and murdered councilmen and so forth. We've dispatched a force to quell the riots and disruptions there. We've sent several witch hunters
Excellent.
that are no doubt seeking and tracking whomever was at fault. And I'm sure within the month we'll bring the culprits to justice.
Now, do you know if the witch hunters are focusing some of their efforts at least on the town itself? Because like I said, the rumors that I've heard were that the city itself was corrupted.
Oh, I can't say. I mean, these are experienced witch hunters. I'm sure they'll follow wherever the investigation takes them.
Okay. Have you heard of the? Oh, I'm sure you've heard of the Skag Hills, and the
Yes.
blight that's there.
I don't know of a blight.
Well,
I'm familiar with the Skag Hills.
It's a fucking desert in the middle of a forest. It's not natural.
Well, I don't know about natural. It certainly isn't very prosperous.
Well,
Wiesbrook, I think, gets by.
me and my compatriot were just recently in the Skag Hills, and we had heard a rumor from the village that there was a holy relic in the Skag Hills.
Okay.
A nail of Aquinas, if you're aware of what that is.
I've heard of those relics.
What would the church? What would the church's stance be on if said nail of Aquinas was found?
Well, I'm confused because all three nails are in our coffers in the basement.
Interesting. Okay. Well, the rumors had been that the relic had been found there. We had found an old temple of Ulrich, which was quite surprising considering the area. We had found an old temple of Ulrich there.
I trust you found something. Certainly wouldn't have been the relic. That's safe in the basement.
Okay. Well, this is not going at all the way I wanted it to. Fuck. Okay.
Why don't you just ask them if they could send a small group of priests there and just ask them to just.
Because we've established that that's not the problem. He has to take care of that. But,
That's a new thing for me. I wasn't planning on Seneca College down there, but sure.
wasn't that the whole point of having you write down the whole curse?
No, I
and all
thought,
that
I thought the whole thing was so we sell it for some money.
Why do I bother?
But yes, that is now the new goal
And
of me.
I'm trying to be a morally upright person in the Warhammer world, and
It doesn't exist.
It's
Doesn't
Fuck
exist.
it's counterproductive.
It does not exist.
What people really care
Well-
about is money.
he needs to get read in on the church, and I would also like my. As you can tell, I don't have the level of recognition I feel like my deeds have earned me. And also, in the Temple of Ulrich, total side note here, but the Temple of Ulrich, and I pull out the bag of all the crap that I found on that one, what we think pseudo priest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just kind of like casually dump it out on his desk.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I found what I could only determine were the remains of some Sigmarite priest in the past.
Okay.
And do these look legit at all to you at all? To me, they don't look like officially endorsed.
Most of them at this point are broken. They didn't really survive being stuffed in a bag and transported. They look
Oh,
more
really?
fragile.
Really? So they were that fragile?
That fragile and that inauthentic.
Okay. So, well, okay. Admittedly, sir, when I put these in here, they were in one piece. So, I think that answered some of the questions.
Yeah, look, I don't know what you have there, but whatever these things are, look to be fake.
Fantastic. That's what my assumption was as well. I'll pull up my. It wasn't necessarily a writ, was it, from the church that I got prior? Officially recognized me as a level 1 warrior priest.
That was effectively your badge of office.
Okay, I'll pull up my badge of office and go.
Okay.
I feel it's time that I get officially recognized as a.
He takes a look at it. Well, this says from Bogenhaven. I thought you said you were from Bosdal.
Oh, I am from Bosdal. I've been traveling this for weeks. This is what I've been telling you.
Well, you're going to need to head back to Bosdal to get their recognition.
Okay,
I mean,
I just.
unless you, I mean, we can certainly, I'd certainly give you some instruction on how to properly wear the uniform. I don't know what they're doing in Bosdal, but your local priest of Sigmar should have certainly given you the education necessary, as well as the rights of Sigmar.
There is no official temple in my village.
That'd be a shrine functionally, but not a temple.
Well, I understand.
Okay.
Part of my mission as a Sigmarite priest is to establish a temple there eventually. So I have to get recognition from somewhere else so that I can establish the temple. Just having a shrine isn't going to be enough.
Okay. Well, we can certainly straighten that out. In the future, with this letter of authority, make sure you make it clear that you are representing Bogenhaven.
Okay.
Okay, for any future endeavors, because that's where the authority has been granted.
Fair enough.
If what you say is true and there is no representation in Bosdal, then I can certainly dispatch a team to go rectify that immediately and cleanse any corruption that might exist in Bosdal. And assuming you advance appropriately and make the proper amends to Sigmar in your career, eventually I suspect we could even post you semi-permanently to Bosdal.
And I shall erase Bosdal from the map.
Hey, Dad,
He brings down the comic of.
In the meanwhile, you said you had recently been in Bogenhaven. I do have one of our investigators here. He's gathering information. I'm sure he would love to have a conversation with you.
Well, there goes this character.
And like,
Fantastic. That'd
Okay.
be wonderful.
Okay, no problem. Would you be available tomorrow at morning?
I can make myself available. Absolutely.
Okay,
Anything for the church.
sure. So is there any other business we have? If not, I do have a busy schedule.
No, I'm going to take a moment to look at the walls.
Okay.
Impressive career, sir.
He seems like he has all the trappings of a level 3 war priest.
Right. And I'm going to turn around, walk out,
Okay.
and we're going to head. To
And you are interested in taking the Sacrament of Sigmar?
yes,
Okay.
I'm wondering.
What that means? They brand you with the sign of Sigmar on your shoulder.
Is that basically it, or I'm just
Well,
That's it.
functionally,
You
that's
just gonna
it.
burn me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They take a red hot piece of metal and stick it in your shoulder.
tough. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Well, and your sponsor would do it.
So,
Oh, I slipped and hit you in the forehead.
How many
Don't
My
times?
you
bad.
have
It's just every other combat with me going around blasting you
have
with
it?
fire. So
Yeah, he underwent it at the other place.
Yeah, would that make him have to?
You see, if I have to do the sacrament,
Well,
I'll
he's your
just cast my
sponsor.
spell where I'm immune to fire.
He's your sponsor, so traditionally he becomes your apprentice. He's the one teaching you about the religion, etc. He would bring you into the clergy. So, assuming you guys want to do that, they have facilities in the church. Not a problem. They keep several hot pokers ready to go.
Will that be enough to give him his
Symbol of
That
like.
symbol of rank.
Because that's ultimately what we're trying to do
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
We'll spend the couple hours necessary to go through the procedure.
Okay.
Of
So you
branding.
spend the rest of the evening, and in a overly symbolic ritual, brand him with a symbol of Sigmar.
I will take note of any warrior priests I see walking around
Okay.
to go. Okay, I need to emulate that. And I need to
Yeah,
emulate
yeah.
that,
You
I need
get
to
you
emulate
get some
that.
indications on how to properly wear your armor, wear the symbols, etc.
My short-term goal was get a symbol of rank. How much XP would I earn from that?
I'll let you know at the end of the game
Yeah.
as far as that. But yeah. Okay. You do suffer 20 hit points worth of damage
Jeez.
from the branding.
Burning hot poker.
Yeah.
No way. Wow.
Okay. So, meanwhile, you are at the college. Okay.
So my overall goal is to stay over by the fire school college.
Well, yeah, they're broken up into 7
Yes.
different towers inside. The fire one is very clearly marked with
Yeah.
fire and red.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to not go to the other ones.
Yeah.
You walk around, there's all these people with like glowing hair and flames and things like
Those are
that.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look at you not burning and saying, "You're kind of boring."
I'm a level 2 wizard.
Yes.
Um,
Anyways,
and
what are
my-
you
my-
looking to do there?
my goal is I want to peruse the library and buy some knowledge on some spells first, and then start inquiring about my staff.
Okay. So you can use the library as a member of the college
Yep.
free of charge
Mhm.
for as long as you wish. To copy or transcribe spells and so forth, you'd have to purchase.
Yeah.
They have, I would say, in common knowledge areas or common access, anything with a cast level of 6 or less
Okay.
available.
And any more fire spells?
All the fire spells.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
as far as anything that's any basic magic, the hedge magic or minor magic,
Arcane magic.
the basic stuff.
Yeah.
They have all of those, plus any fire spells up to 6 success level or 6
That's
difficulty.
not a lot.
I understand that. The rest are reserved
Okay.
because of their potential power.
Okay.
They don't want just anybody going to get them.
That changed my plans. I was going to get a purge where I cleanse all corruption in a certain area.
Right, but some of these spells are particularly hazardous and
Okay.
dangerous in the wrong hands. They don't just make it available to
Okay.
any acolyte that goes into the church or into the place. So at your rank, that you have access to anything with 6 success levels or 6 difficulty or less.
Okay.
So I am your apprentice.
Okay.
I was excited.
You head back to the docks. Okay. You get back there shortly after nightfall. Hans and Franz say, "Okay, anything else you need us to do?"
Nope.
You pay them the 2 shillings.
Yeah.
Okay. They head off.
Okay. Awesome. Tip my hat to him, and
You've returned from the Temple of Manon. You feel slightly more damp.
Okay.
They baptized you, taught you how to swim, etc.
Okay.
Taught you the ways of the water, and instructed you that if you find any symbols of Manon, to bring it to their attention at the earliest convenience.
What are symbols of Manon?
You'll know it when you see them.
Water? Did they
They,
give any more?
they don't have any more information than
if
that.
you find a relic,
You must go about life drifting with the currents, and the signs will come to you.
So if the water's extra clean.
Signs everywhere. Signs.
So do I get any bonuses on swimming and religion now?
No,
No, that was a waste
I
of
feel
time.
like the guy's totally
it's an aspect. Now, if you want to take up a priesthood, if you want to get a class that
switch
has
the
something
priest.
that's
I don't wanna
appropriate to
change
that,
my class.
I
I
understand
just
that. You can't spend a day at a church and suddenly know how to swim better. That's not how it works.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just go back tomorrow if we stay and do it some more.
Okay.
Sorry.
So the boat feels lighter.
The boat feels lighter.
How did
Like
you know
it-
what the
That's obviously the power of Sigmar's helping you along.
It
Because the
must
boat
be
weighs
Manon.
exactly as much as it did
Manon
before.
must be
No, the boat is.
Immediately thousands of pounds less weight on it. So
Yeah.
it would be high riding higher and
The
everything.
cargo is less. The boat weighs just as much.
Seriously?
How would the boat increase in weight?
Just how it works.
Adding a bunch of cargo?
No, then there's just stuff in the boat. The
They're
boat
playing,
doesn't-
ignore them. They're playing verbal semantics. It's what you said is perfectly fine within modern English. It's fine.
Sure. You're wandering around town. By later in the evening, you find yourself in the northern sections. The university is over here.
It's like on the opposite side. It's
Where?
quite far.
If you can see the purple mark.
Yeah, it's over here.
That's the University of Altdorf and the Colleges of Magic. The mercantile area is this area to the right. You find yourself in the eastern section, the lower class area. It feels like home, so you naturally gravitate there. You find a handful of bars if you want to spend the evening, drinking, having fun, etc. You have, within the last week, come into far more wealth than you ever thought possible. Certainly more than you thought possible as your prior career. Given that I think you were like a couple of brass living quality.
Yeah, I was like 3 brass.
Right. So every week you would have expected to earn and spend 3 brass. And just by joining the boat, they gave you 2 gold. Which was about
480.
it was about 6 months worth of pay just to get on a boat. Okay, so you're feeling the high life.
Plus, I'm getting paid 4 times as much as I normally would.
Right. So what do you want to do?
Betray them.
Well, and you have plenty of opportunity here if you wanted to turn some in at 15 gold a person for people you have no real relationship to.
Would I get the money they made though? For turning them in, would the money? Could I just like take the $150 gold,
Gold?
not dollars?
I don't know.
Take it from who?
Yeah. If they're arrested, probably not. If they're dead, yes.
I'm just gonna drink the night away. I can see this could be a profit.
It could be. Could be lots of profit. Okay. You drink the night away, burning a shilling.
Okay.
Okay. Who else was still out on the town somewhere?
I was.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Wait, we're still.
We're in the church.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is there like
So-
a holy scripture of Manon?
Yes.
I'll spend my time pretending that I know how to read it and studying it.
Pick up the
Looking
picture.
at the pictures.
Pick up the picture. But
I'm looking at the picture version.
Okay.
Picture book.
Wonder which way the fishy was.
I'm also going to try and gather some knowledge about
I'll ask the priest to translate it for
About
me.
the what?
just about Altdorf in general, like
Okay.
rumors.
Okay.
Priest, can you read this book for
So
me?
gossip.
If I
Sure.
survive.
Okay.
'Cause I have an interview with a witch hunter.
In the morning, though, we might be gone.
If I decide to show.
Mm-hmm.
126.
126. Okay. Give me a D10 roll.
5.
5. The most of the discussion seems to be focused on Crown Prince Wolfgang Holzwig Abenauer, the heir to the imperial throne, basically the crown prince. The talk is that he remains at Castle Reik. Everyone thought he would have hastened to the palace as soon as word broke that the emperor was ill, but for whatever reason he hasn't left his castle. Couple of people comment to you that some people claim he's a mutant and wouldn't dare show himself in public. Some say he is waiting for the emperor to die and spending the time bribing electors and hiring mercenaries. A couple people say, no, that's not true. He's afraid of being assassinated because he has rivals. And others are saying he has the same disease as the emperor. Some even claim that he might have been the one that infected the emperor, although others say, no, the emperor infected him. A couple even comment, no, they were infected by some other secret conspiracy. None of them seem to agree on what disease it is, however.
Do they even know what? No.
Okay. So, you spend the evening at the university. They put you up for with lodging and so forth
Yep.
as part of your monthly dues and so forth.
Okay. I would assume the monthly dues would be my
Living
level-
expenses.
level- okay.
Okay.
I've got 3 silver, so I'll double check that.
So you get a basic room and some basic food. Nothing fancy.
Okay.
The rest of you, I assume, are going to sleep on the boat?
Yeah.
Or are you going to get a tavern or inn or something? Or are you planning to do something else tonight? Back at the boat, as night falls and everything, it's basically, I'm assuming, just the 4 of you. Unless you guys have something else you want to do at
He
night.
hasn't came back. And
He has not.
stayed.
He specifically came back, and the wizard and Giselle did not come back.
So it's the 5 of us then, or he didn't come back.
He did not come
Okay.
back.
So I will let these 2 know what we got for
Okay.
the wool as well,
Excellent.
and make sure they knew about the posters. Obviously, you guys do. So I will divvy up their portion of the gold to them.
Divide the 154 ways.
No, no. So you each
Yes, you
get
could if you really wanted to.
you each get 21 gold and 20 silver. Okay. You ain't there.
And how many silver?
Why wouldn't that be 22 gold?
Huh? 150 divided by 7. Because we have the
Party fun.
group, the party.
Right, but you said 21 gold and 20 silver. 20 silver is 1 gold.
Hey, yeah, 22 gold.
You see, the merchant didn't want to pay in all gold, so he paid some silver.
and that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he didn't have
I still
change.
wrote down 20 silver, so
That's
I'm
fine.
just leaving it there. So, witch hunters are out looking for us. Groups of witch hunters are out looking for us. They're going supposedly back to Bogenhaven to clear the corruption, but we know how that's going to play out.
Right.
And I have to go in for an interview tomorrow with a witch hunter.
Do you have to
So-
go in for an interview?
Well, if I don't show,
Yeah.
that's not going to go well.
Okay.
But if I do show, that's not going to go well.
Well, it could go well.
I just, when he says that, I literally just pull out my hammer,
Right.
Leave it here.
Don't take it with you.
but I really like it.
You really like it. Do you like your head? Because they're going to take it from you.
It's worth your head. It's
That's-
a really nice hammer.
Is that where I'm at?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, keep
Or
in
you
mind,
could sacrifice
to
it
you,
Sigmar.
this hammer is wonderful.
But I also got to understand the implications of having a giant glowing hammer.
That's built blessed by Sigmar? Of course.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
I love how my character just keeps getting bent over in this campaign.
You're getting screwed by corruption? Man,
It's like you have a 14 corruption.
It's like bad things happen to you.
Dad,
you not showing up. isn't
Like
that
those,
big of a deal.
these
They
things
don't-
weren't happening before I got the corruption.
Okay.
If everybody gets back, then we should leave.
You still have free will.
If you don't show up for the thing, you're just one of how
Hammer
many people
or
show up.
not, I think the witch hunters are scary.
They are. Absolutely.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure my character would be able to be like, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Especially because everybody thinks we're guilty.
Well, and keep in mind, since some of you might not be aware of it, witch hunters think in terms of Salem witch trials.
Right.
You are a witch and guilty until they think otherwise.
Right. So they will torture you until you admit it.
Until you admit that you're guilty,
Right.
and then they'll kill you.
Right. The last
If you're
one.
lucky.
The last one trapped us in a building and luckily got ripped apart.
Yeah.
Right, whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't want to have to, I don't want to get tortured.
So we need to
Actually, you
leave
know what, that's
town
a good
as
point.
soon as the other two get back to the boat.
This sucks, man, because the position I'm in as a character is I can't advance.
Sure you can.
How can I advance to warrior priest if I can't get
You
the-
have a badge of office.
Sure, but I've never been officially recognized because they wouldn't recognize me in Bogenhaven.
Sure they would. They
No.
gave you the badge of office.
They told me when they gave me the badge of office, we will not recognize you here as a priest.
Right
so
there.
I've had the
There.
short-term goal forever of official recognition as a warrior priest,
Okay.
and I've never cashed that in because when you handed me the badge, you said we're not actually recognizing you.
Okay.
And I've been like, okay, and that's why every town we've been in, I've been trying to go to the
Are
church.
they,
Okay.
are they not recognizing you just in Bogenhaven because of the situation there?
According to the church here, apparently the
No.
administrative needs of the church are that I have to go back to Bogenhaven to get.
No, he
Recognized.
said your hometown of Bashilil.
Yeah, yeah.
Bashila.
Yeah, wherever that is, I don't know where it's from.
No, I mean, fundamentally, the idea that I'm going with is they functionally recognize you as a warrior priest. They've offered you a long-term posting at this other town.
Okay.
Now they've corrected you in that your badge of office is from Bogenhaven. You represent Bogenhaven
Okay.
because you don't have a badge of office from your other hometown. So when they say, "Where do you come from?" you should be referencing Bogenhaven instead.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Now-
when your life began.
Because they've granted you an acolyte,
Mhm.
career or otherwise.
Yeah.
Effectively, you've been recognized as a legitimate priest.
Then I will cash that in.
Okay, and
Tonight,
I'm
after the
perfect.
game,
I'm
so-
perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
Now, based on your action here, witch hunter interview or not, that may change in the future, but it doesn't. It doesn't remove the option now, and yes, it will logically make it more challenging to get recognized as level 3, but that's the nature of Warhammer. It screws you left and right. So you guys got to figure out a way to get out of that, or get ahead of it.
Do I go to?
No. No.
I don't know if you have the
I would give my
skills
opinion, but
to
I'm not there.
actively avoid
Persecution?
persecution, especially if you're not willing to leave that glowing hammer that you love so much that's been blessed by Sigmar.
But it's been blatantly blessed by Sigmar. I have 2 holy relics on me.
Well, yeah, but also keep in mind the Temple of Sigmar. If they know you have a relic of Sigmar,
Yeah.
the first thing they're going to do is claim it.
Which is fine. I tried to give it to them. I asked, and they were like, "No, we got it in the basement." And I'm like,
Well, no, you didn't say I have this holy relic. You said I heard there was one here, and they said, well, that's questionable because it's down in the basement. You didn't come out with it.
right.
if-
And the reason I didn't bring that up when it happened was I was like, I don't want them to go, "How the fuck did you get this holy relic?"
Well, there's that.
Or go, "That's a corrupted item,
But
and
in
now
ter-
you get to burn on the stake."
But in terms of the hammer, you have an emotional attachment to it,
Mhm.
and you know the church will take it away.
And I appreciate that. And I've been playing that way. That's why as soon as you said Witch Hunter, I went, "I hate you."
So when leaving the hammer,
It's
as
not an
much
option.
as much as you like it, I mean leaving the hammer on the boat.
That's not an option.
Would protect
Is it an
it.
option knowing that if you go there with it, they take it? Does that pull in any way?
Not-
No, it's more
Not
the
not
other way.
specifically because he wouldn't willingly give it up.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. So it's
So I mean, well, as a religious icon, if he shows up to a witch hunter thing without his hammer,
right.
that's going to be suspicious already for a guy who's already suspicious of everybody,
Right.
and he willingly won't leave it behind,
Gotcha. Okay.
even if it makes abundantly clear. I mean,
So you say, okay, this is the situation. You say I have the free will to decide whether or not to go to the Witch Hunter.
you do.
But it doesn't really feel like it because my character doesn't understand that he's cursed.
Correct.
So the only way to mentally get out of going to the Witch Hunter is to understand that so far nobody's believed him on anything when it comes to what really happened.
That's valid, yeah. And the sense that if you go to the temple, you will bring your hammer, and the temple will take the hammer as a great artifact of Sigmar, and you can't allow that.
All right, I'll use that logic. That's fine.
That would encourage you not to go to the Witch Hunter. However, if you feel, from a character standpoint, it's far better to follow your religion and do what they direct you to, and go talk to the Witch Hunter and let Sigmar sort it out,
That's where I was at.
and that's up to you.
Damn it, that
Thus-
sucks because I really like this character, and I 100% feel if I go and follow what the character's motivations are going to do, he's going to die.
Which is exactly the fear that witch hunters are supposed to instill.
Bullshit.
They are scary dudes. And it doesn't matter whether you are telling the truth or not. If they feel that you're doing something, they burn you at the stake and see if you survive.
I should have went into Witch Hunter instead of Warrior Priest.
Get hired a player.
Yeah. I've been thinking that for a long time, and because I've basically been playing as a Witch Hunter.
A single witch
I
hunter
was
can
thinking
take
about
down
switching
another.
off to Witch Hunter and being a wizard Witch Hunter.
What?
I don't know.
You hunt yourself.
I'm sorry to Bogart all the attention on my characters tonight,
Yeah,
guys. I'm
Player
sorry.
to player to player, of the few witch hunters you've encountered, one was ripped apart by a nerdling, didn't even stand a chance. That the nerdling you killed, so you would have a little bit less fear of witch hunters because the one
By
Witch Hunter
reputation,
you've
no, by
encountered.
reputation.
Yeah. That was like Bob, not high-end witch hunter, which
Yeah.
they threw a whole bunch
Well-
together.
I'm literally in the seat. I'm effectively at the Vatican, right? As a Satan worshiper, going to go see the Pope. How do you think that's going to play out?
An armed pope with severely awesome skills.
Yeah, there's
Okay, that's fair point.
so either I'm
And the authority to just kill you, just
Bless
straight
you,
off.
my
It's
child.
Honestly,
Burn.
like it.
honestly, it feels like my character would go to this fucking witch hunter because he doesn't have anything to hide. Because do you really understand your own corruption level?
Right, and I grant that. Okay, but that's why I'm saying, as a player, you're free to choose whatever you want. Okay, I don't know what your doomed condition was. Death by witch hunter was a valid option.
How did you get shit
I
like
would have to
that?
go back and find my original character
I
sheet.
don't
I don't
know.
even remember.
Our-
Okay,
We understand.
you guys absolutely
Okay.
understand.
So, I will.
Knocking them out, tying them up, and driving the boat away is a valid option.
But these guys haven't returned
Good luck.
yet.
You might be able to
it's-
take.
Well,
It's-
no,
no.
you have to wait till morning, so you'll be asleep.
So my question is if you do go to the meeting,
Right.
understand we will wait a certain amount of time. and if you do not return, we would leave you. Under
Well-
the idea that if you told them,
Yeah, and I get it.
we
I get
would
it.
leave.
That's the danger for you guys is if he goes and they get
Get it out of
any
it.
sort of thinking, you are all at risk.
Right.
So none of you would functionally want him to go. And it's not because any of you are guilty,
Right.
but you have the appearance of potential guilt, and that's all the witch hunter
That's
needs.
all they need. Yeah.
See, and I understand that as a character too. And so, or as a character, my character would go, God damn, I'm in a
But,
bad place.
but you would know your danger. You would know the danger to you,
Can I
not just
just
that they would
ask
take your
something?
Yeah.
hammer.
All we have done is in Bogenhaven we have stopped corruption, even though the officials were officials. They were making corruption. That is
Well, yes.
exactly what the Sigmar
That's absolutely right.
Temple is against.
Right, morally,
And-
internally, all of us are in the right. We've never done anything really truly evil in this game. The problem is the world around us is evil. So,
Yes.
where are you going with this?
Yeah,
And
those are
we've
relative
killed
terms.
mutants, which is also against Sigmar. If we just tell them the truth,
We're dead.
You're naive.
Yes.
what?
You're a nice soldier. Pat, pat, pat.
He's an initiate.
He's a valid soldier because they're following orders.
Yes.
Okay. From a soldier standpoint, going to your commander and telling him exactly what happened, probably they'd say, "Great, good job."
He
In
just
the-
tried that.
In the spirit, functionally he tried that, and they said, "Well, why don't you go talk to the witch hunter?" Okay. The witch hunter exists as a career to root out even the slightest hint of corruption. And whether you have actively done corruption, you've caused corruption, or you've just been within a 1 mile area of it, you are tainted, and their job is to purge it.
And who has the highest corruption in the group?
And they have skills specifically to detect and find that. So I would agree. It's a really big risk for you to go there. And from a player standpoint, rationalize it however you want. Okay? I'm just laying out a story based on how events are.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not mad at you for it.
I'm trying to give you difficult decisions. And
It just sucks because I'm in a position where I hamstring my character either way.
So why don't we leave?
no, that's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
If your intent is to go and tell the truth, like Ben's suggesting, yeah, you face whatever consequences, and quite likely your character would be convicted or killed.
Mm-hmm.
If you flee, it burns a couple of bridges here in Altdorf.
They're the one left.
Well, but there's a big wide world out there, and plenty of options. It just changes the course of the river in Manon speak.
Why couldn't I just be a
Yeah.
sailor?
Oh man.
Okay.
You can.
You can.
Oh man.
He needs a
Another
crew. We all
does-
just
He does
One
need another
silver
person or
shilling
two.
for the priest.
Okay.
Fine. Okay.
The whole premise of Sigmar is trial by fire.
I'm going to write a letter.
Okay. And confess your sins.
Yes.
Okay.
What I'm going to
Just
do.
your sins?
Confess his sins.
Just your sins?
You can't
Yes.
read it.
You can't read it anyways.
Just your sins?
I will spend the evening.
Can't read it anyway.
Look
Okay.
at the bunnies,
As
George.
on our
Look
way
at
back,
the
I'm going to buy the
bunnies.
parchment. 'Cause I'm
Okay.
assuming
Oh,
my parchment
no.
got destroyed at some point or
We
other.
have to read
I'm going to buy the parchment at the end.
Okay.
Right. And I have a
Yeah,
signal.
I read it all.
Remember, I had a signal recreated.
Sure.
So I'm going to get wax and all that stuff. Actually,
Make it formal and official.
and I'm going to detail in the letter the events at Bogenhaven.
Okay.
Okay? With an official explanation, right? And then I'm going to seal it with my signet ring and everything. And I'm going to do it from the first person perspective. Hey, look, I'm the guy you're looking for, et cetera, et cetera. And
Okay.
this is what happened.
Okay.
Whether you believe me or not, this is what happened.
Okay.
And I'm going to list all the players, not players, but in
Characters.
Bogenhaven, all the players, the characters
Okay.
that were involved, and spell it all out, basically a confessional,
Okay.
and have it delivered after I talk to them. Once I have it written, when are we leaving?
As soon as they come back, we are paid. Unless there's something else somebody wants to try to get here on the way out.
No.
there was all kinds of shit I wanted to do in Altdorf, but we don't have the time.
We don't.
I
had a
fucked
whole
up.
list.
You're spending the night.
I fucked up by going to the priest first.
With the college and
I
stuff, I want
totally
to stay
fucked
there. That's the thing. The colleges and stuff are like hermits. That's why they have a
Right.
giant stone wall blocking from the rest of the city.
Right.
When I get in there,
In
if I have
hindsight.
stuff to do, they want me to stay the night.
Like I said, I'm,
So,
I'm,
yes.
I'm just playing how the story goes,
The
right?
night. I will be coming back
I
tomorrow.
should have got
because-
all the
You're
gear I
drunk, are you?
wanted,
Are
and
you
all the
turning?
special
Are you
crap
getting drunk?
I was gonna pay for.
Are you passing out in a hallway somewhere?
Well, honestly, there was
I'm gonna
nothing that
test
I
something.
wanted.
You guys can't
Okay.
leave.
Oh, we can.
I'm gonna
Just
grab,
go
like, my
some
dagger.
sucker.
Yeah,
And
just
pull it out.
crash the boat.
Okay.
Does it glow?
No.
So it's just the hammer. So it's not me, it's the hammer.
It's the hammer.
Okay. I need to somehow accidentally lose this thing.
Drop it overboard. You can't swim.
That's but I would try to
Yeah,
retrieve
I know.
it. So
You would throw dip in.
You get knocked out in an alley.
You just
Someone
pick me
steals
up out
your
of the back of
hammer.
my
What we
neck.
do
You forge your
is it's
hammer.
our new
You melt your hammer
anchor.
down and forge
And it
it
happened to
into-
fall off on the way back, on the way there.
So we are going to leave once the whole crew is here. So if you got your letter written, you can send it off to be delivered as we leave.
good. And I'll look. This is what I'm gonna do, guys. Right?
Yeah.
Because they're hunting us. They're probably gonna figure out within a day that we're here.
Yeah.
So, at least we get our version of the story out.
Them kind
Right.
of money.
And because it will have come from the priest with the official seal and the extra money and everything spent on it, it may hold a little bit of weight. And since my dumbass already showed up there, and yeah, he's branded now, but
That'll help him. Just give him
Well,
words of
as
good.
a soldier, would this be very good, like a good thing for me to do, like with this?
I am
Even
cursing
though-
all of us.
To turn
Even
them in?
though we might get killed on the stake,
Light.
No.
probably will.
Functionally, the problem you have is you are now on record as directly associated with him. If he's found guilty, you are automatically guilty by association.
You are his under.
Because in front of the entire church, you took the sacrament to Sigmar, granted by him.
I should have just waited till we got to the next city.
So, and again, a lot of this is off the cuff as far as story. I don't know where it's going.
Right.
I'm just laying out scenarios and then giving you the results. So,
Took care of all of it. I knew it was a gamble, but I didn't think that far ahead.
yeah. So,
Damn it.
So you guys are you're writing a confession. That's all done. Late into the night. You guys are debating your options. Sometime after midnight, he staggers back, thoroughly drunk, carrying a bottle that's about half empty. Has his mask wrapped around one hand, just twirling it, saying, "Hey guys, how you doing?" He's having a grand time.
Why don't you go downstairs and rest?
Okay.
No,
No sign of the other two.
Well, when the wizard hasn't come back yet, I'm going to.
You want to go see if we can get him?
I'm going to send word to a letter. I'll have you write it.
Okay.
Because he can read
Apologies
it.
for this, but it's what wizards do.
No, right, but if you get it,
It's what wizards
so we'll do a
3 years later.
so we'll send a letter.
I'm going to the college to study. I'll be back next year.
I got my bachelor's, guys. What's up? 40,000. So we'll have him write it. I'll send a runner to go
Okay.
deliver the letter to him, saying that we are
Compromised.
leaving.
Make sure you don't send the wrong letter.
We are leaving in the morning.
Okay, so
Wait
you
for it out,
can't.
too?
At this point, it's about 1 or so in the morning, 1 a.m.
I will.
There are no runners on the street.
Okay. We will have the letter ready.
Okay.
First thing in the morning.
Now he's due at sunrise at,
At
the
sunrise.
temple. Yeah.
Oh, you said
At-
morning.
On the morrow, I at sunrise for his interview.
He's too drunk to go. Mark.
Why don't you tell him to meet
I
us
can get on a
outside the
horse
city?
and ride the fuck out of town.
War horse.
Will.
What?
I'm
This
not
might
far.
They quickly buy a light war horse so you
We
can
could
run
afford
away.
a heavy war horse.
How long does it take to get to the college?
To the college?
It's on the opposite side of town.
Right.
No, you guys are in the middle of
Well, I
town.
guess we are in the middle.
I'll
of
go
Yeah,
town.
back
I
to
mean-
the temple of
Half hour.
Mammon.
Maybe 30 minutes or so.
Or
You get a runner there. I mean, and like I said, shortly before dawn, when the ducks start to wake up, you can find somebody fairly easily for a couple of brass to send a message wherever you want.
Then they
Is there a
open it.
curfew in Aldor?
Not that you have seen. Nobody's been on the road.
There hasn't been anything like there's no sign saying curfew at anything like that.
No, there's posters saying you guys are wanted.
Right.
Um,
I will go.
Just keep rubbing that in.
Yeah.
I'll go.
you're gonna go by yourself in the middle of the night?
I will go by myself in the middle of the night.
I'll go with you.
For
Dude, I've been walking around town all day.
yeah, you're slow.
I'm not slow.
Not you, I wouldn't talk to you.
Go leave, sailor.
Well, I can leave all my gear, and then it's just me, my armor, and my glowing ass hammer in the middle of the night.
Well, I was just thinking,
You can
No,
stay
wait,
behind
college
and
would be
teach me
interesting
more
now.
about Sigmar.
I will. Are you? Is he still awake, or did he pass out?
He passed out.
Okay. I will.
He's mopping the floor.
Yeah. Are you staying on the boat?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want the priest to teach me more about Sigmar.
They go with us.
The priests come with, but
You
we
might
all-
get
we
more
don't-
than you want to learn.
We don't want to go as a group.
I get that. Just you and I.
Then,
okay.
if you guys want me to stay here, I'll stay here.
Okay.
I'll get the boat.
Stay here.
The boat.
As soon
The
as
boat.
Dip comes back out, I'm gonna.
So the three, you, the sailor, and the priest are gonna go.
I don't know if the sailor's going, and if he stays, I want to do something.
Well, the key thing is, if he goes, all you have to do is run faster than him,
Oh,
Right. Right.
which is good. And if he can keep up, then you got two guns. You can shoot him in the leg.
Right. Speed up.
what's
I feel like you're not taking this seriously anymore.
Speed is.
I'm taking it very seriously.
Question is whether or not you bring the confession.
I enjoy your guys' discomfort about the options,
you really?
especially since everybody confessed that they like their character so much. It makes it that much more of a sacrifice.
Right. Exactly. I cannot
If-
wait till
if you-
morning, and I
if you-
know it.
If you've gotten the theme of the adventure tonight, it's sacrifice what's important to you.
So we came in the middle of the
Yeah, but I
night.
can't.
It wouldn't be abnormal.
exactly.
We came in the middle of the night, which means the gates are open, and it's not like they're sealed at night.
Right. Yeah, the
when
river
the
gates are
river
open.
gates are open.
Yeah, river gates are
Okay.
open.
Just without a-
I'd say the thing that my character is most, like, they desires most is his just job as a soldier
Hey, Deb,
Okay.
and stuff like that. Like,
are
if
you
I were to give that up,
planning on
that
going
I'd have to be
with him and I, or do you want to stay on the boat?
I'll go. Where are you guys going?
I'm just going to retrieve him
Oh.
and come back. That's what I'm saying.
Man, this group.
So,
No, I won't go.
okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am currently giving he's
This
passed
fucking
out in the
cursed
boat.
hammer.
I'm giving his share to you.
He's
Hold
cursing
on
the
till
whole
he wakes
Share
up.
of what?
Yeah.
Gold.
Sucks.
He sees me give it to you. So does this. So does the soldier.
He gives you an extra 22 gold.
And I
for
tell
his
you,
share.
It's his share. When he wakes up, give it to him. But don't give it to him now. He's drunk. He'll go waste it before
What's
we
to
leave.
say he won't go get drunk again?
He
That's
might.
it. That's
but
his
he-
choice.
That's his
Maybe
choice.
he shouldn't have the
That's his
gold.
choice when he gets the gold when
He
he's drunk.
fell off the boat.
Listen,
Why
I'm
is
only
there
gonna give it to you if
one
you're giving it to
He
him.
fell off the boat.
I'll give it to him.
I got
drunk.
3 people who witnessed that I gave you the
I'll
money.
give it to him.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Hey, you guys see me doing this? 22 gold to dip for Isaiah. Isaac. Is it my little?
Whatever his name
Yeah.
I put Isaiah on mine.
is. Okay. So the two of you are going to head out onto the streets in the middle of the night.
Hustling.
Okay. Heading as fast as you can with his armor, clanking your way around the streets.
Yes.
Okay. Sometime later, middle of the night, you guys arrive at the university wall.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's the wall.
It's the wall.
Yeah.
The doors are closed. There's a lantern burning. No guards or anything else visible.
No guards or anything? All right. And I knock on the door.
Okay. A couple minutes go by. There's no response.
I continue to knock on the door.
The
Okay.
most unbreachable place in the big
It-
city. I am at.
You continue knocking, pounding on the wall. There are patrols on the road. None that are right around here at this time, but this is in the well-to-do district of the area, so it's just a matter of time till guards come.
Is it guards for the city or is it guards for the tower?
Guards for the city. This is a private university with a individual grounds and so forth, and a tall wall that surrounds it, and a heavy wooden door that blocks entrance.
I will try to open the door.
It doesn't
Lock?
open. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're knocking on the entrance to a campus.
All right. We gotta hustle back to the boat. I will leave the note attached to the front door. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is one of many doors into the university. It's think like Wright State,
Right.
but surrounded by a 50-foot wall.
Okay. Well, that's the best I can do. I'm gonna put his name's on the outside of it, and
Again,
we'll leave that there, and then I'll come back in the
So
morning. if I have
you
to.
quickly write his name on the note.
He writes.
Okay, I was gonna say. This is Erdem, right? No, it's gibberish.
All right. So we will.
Okay, so you write Erdem's name on, pin it to the door.
Then we go back to the boat.
Okay.
That's all we can do.
Okay.
I'm not shooting at a college that can fire bombs.
You're not doing it.
Not doing it. Bad enough.
I was wondering if you're going to try to break into the college or the university.
No.
Let's rack up more blasts.
Yeah.
Get me kicked out and sent from the college.
Now you got no
I
choice
like
but
my
to come with us.
character.
Okay, so dawn comes bright and early. 5 o'clock or so. It's about an hour before dawn. You have until officially about 6:30 for the appointment.
Okay.
5 o'clock comes. Dock workers start filling into the docks.
I'm gone.
You're gone. Like
I'm taking off.
Oh, you're
I'm
leaving
gonna
with the
be
boat?
There when they're I'm gone. Like when their doors open, or when their guards come out.
oh, okay. You're planning to be
I-
back at the university
yes.
when the doors open up.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey.
So you head back there. You're hanging out on the streets before dawn,
Yeah.
ready to get there as soon as the light comes up, as soon as they come out of the
Yes.
door. You head back out there. The note is still pinned to the door.
Okay. I take the note off and I hold it.
Okay.
I wait.
Are you going with him back to the
Oh,
temple?
no.
You staying on the boat? Okay.
Yes.
So everybody else is on the boat at this
Okay.
point. How late are those on the boat planning to wait?
I don't.
Is
In
it
the
one
morning
or
or
6:30?
at night?
Nobody else gets a say.
I'm
How long
assuming
did it take for us to get there?
it took maybe 30 minutes to get there. So he's there at 5 a.m. when people in the city start to wake up. He doesn't know when the guards are going to emerge from the place to be able to get communication. The question is, at the boat, my understanding is the group is planning to leave town on the boat.
Right.
How long in the day are you going to wait?
I say
Because you don't know
7:30
what's
we
gonna
cast
happen.
off.
I'm waiting till everyone
Before
gets
he
here.
leaves, I'm gonna tell him, look, if you come back and we're not here, you meet us downriver
No.
to
No.
It's like all the miles away.
whatever the next village is.
Or we
Sa-
just-
Let me go back to
South.
the Empire.
Or we just
Next
don't
tavern.
leave.
Down the.
If you don't leave, that witch hunter's coming to kill everyone.
I'll beat him up.
You will not.
I'll
No,
throw, what's
which
he gonna
way
do
we
if I
have to
throw
go
him in the
for
water?
knowledge?
This
Oh,
way.
that-
What's he gonna do if I throw him in the water?
We're in a
He
town.
can't swim.
So his is
So
we gotta go
an
north.
armored.
No, we gotta go
South.
south.
Yeah.
Southeast.
The
I'll just
folks
push him
army.
over.
Well,
the
okay.
full
I'll
folks.
push him over. He's gonna fall
No,
in the water. He'll drown.
listen. We'll meet you at the next tavern outside of the village, and we'll wait there for
What village?
whatever the
The
next
town.
There's no.
The next settlement to the south is Castle Reikgard.
Yeah, but there's
That's where
gotta
the
be like
Emperor's
small.
son is. The mutant Emperor's
Oh, I know where.
Okay,
this
we'll
is
meet at the
That-
castle. Fine.
that's where the heir apparent is apparently hiding.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
alright.
meet there.
It's a military castle only. Now it probably has like outlying village type things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
there taverns in between
Alrighty.
here
So
and
7:30.
No, it's a
is when you're
river.
leaving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taverns like on
Be
the
back.
side
No.
for.
We can survive without him. He just. I'll make
We'll
a
just,
note.
we'll just
I'll
leave him
make-
there for 4
Give me
months.
the
He'll
note
be-
real quick. Give me the note real quick. I'll make the note on there. If you're not at the boat by 7:30, we out. Meet us at Castle Reichberg. We're gonna stay one day there, and because that's how.
That tells them which way we go. They're looking.
It tells
I
him.
I make the boat move.
Right. No, that's fine. Okay, so 7:30. I'm
Do you
with
think-
you. I got you. No, that sounds
We
good.
have time to have this conversation. We don't have to rush through
Right.
it.
In all reality, what I'll do is if I can't get a hold of him by 7, you're gonna see my glitter butt running across. Yeah, I'm gonna be sprinting, and I'm aerodynamic now that I don't have the mustache. That's what it is. I'm faster.
I guess I'm taking a coach to Castle Brunberg.
I'm giving him as many chances as possible. But yes, so.
Okay.
It's a good thing I was going to turn in some college relics to the college.
Okay, so your plan is to the boat is staying. You're telling Dip the boat's staying until 7:30 a.m. Now, ultimately, yeah, Dip, you're driving the boat. If you don't want to leave, they can drive the boat without you and probably wreck it.
I'll leave at 5.
As soon as they leave, you head out.
He's almost gone. Let's go.
Admittedly, that extra 22 gold you got will hold you for a good long
Oh
time.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
there
On
still
top
are
of the
2 people
38.
that know.
Every-
that
On
you've
top
got
of the
the
38
extra,
I have, I'll have
and they're
60
going to tell
gold.
this dude that you
Yeah,
have his
but
money.
he could take 11 of that gold.
But
That
he's-
might be
I get
enough
my
to
ownership
toss
share.
him over.
I get my share.
What?
You're on the boat
Mutiny.
with Dip.
Yeah.
I have the reward, so I get
Hey,
to
we're
split the reward
trustworthy
between
party
the
members.
two.
Okay.
So that I get half, he gets
You
half.
do
So-
he knows how much money we got. So there. Anyway.
So I do need a conclusion from you, since the soldier I don't think wants to risk driving the boat. How late are you planning to stay, if it comes to it? Assuming nobody returns, how late is it going to be? Are you going to wait until they return regardless?
No. I'm willing to leave any of them. 7:30 sounds like a reason.
7:30 a.m.
Unless there happens, I want to make sure I have the boat ready in a position.
The boat's
to where-
ready.
To where if there was at a point where there were things happening and we needed emergency escape, I could easily get the
Okay.
boat.
Other than taking other than untying the ropes from the mooring and kicking off the dock, the boat's ready.
Okay, well then,
Takes 5
7:30.
minutes.
7:30,
That's
unless
why you have a
any other things start to happen.
7:30 is your plan. The boat's leaving at that point.
Remember, there's warships in this area. So
I'll blow them up.
get gone quickly is what we do.
They're only
Okay.
galleys.
Okay, so the two of you head back there. No, I'm sorry. You're
Nope,
saying
just
you're on the
me.
boat.
Stay.
Okay, you're under the hull. So technically, you have a say in when they leave also. But Dip's saying 7:30, we're gone. So okay, so you go now. You said you're going to add directions on where to meet you if he doesn't make it to the boat.
I will say something. How do I want to put this? Go in the direction of where we were going.
So, northeast.
No, you know we were going to go north.
Yeah.
Go in the direction of where we were going. We will meet you as soon as possible, or you will find us at along the way. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm fine. I'm whatever you guys
That
want to
works.
That's
communicate.
added to the. You need to come out now and meet me out front.
Yeah.
No, I see the directions. It's like, oh, I could totally meet you there.
The implication is go south
That's actually where
and
the thing is,
meet us
can
at the
you
first
read-
available
Oh yeah,
place,
you
which
can
I
would
can
be
Okay, good.
in
Take it with you.
Castle Shithole.
Right guard.
Yeah, Castle Mutant.
All right, are we ready? Let's do this thing.
All this is going to be for naught because at 7 o'clock the fucking witch hunter is going to show up with a retinue.
And I will leave. If it's 7, then we'll leave at 7.
Okay.
Why
So.
will he be here at 7?
He has this note
Especially
that says, yeah, it's got directions. He'll find us. Not a problem. Okay.
All right, but right before that, he wrote, "Come out to the front."
Yes,
now."
it has that.
Okay.
Yeah, he says,
All
come
right.
out immediately. There's an
repeat.
emergency.
Emergency.
I repeat it, underline it many times.
Okay. All right. The important part. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're waiting there, eagerly holding this
Yes.
note, like a young page, waiting for the doors to open. So 5 o'clock comes by, the city starts to wake up slightly. No sign of guards. 6 o'clock comes by, no sign of guards. 7 o'clock comes along, the guards still have not emerged from the university.
I stick it on the door and I go.
Okay. Okay.
Can't even give him his share of the money. That's a big one I was hoping for. Okay.
Okay.
Back into the
That's
plot
the
it
thing. Wizards
goes.
are lazy.
Right, I know. You're playing a character, man. I'm with you.
And honestly,
But
7
yours-
a.m. for the university opening up is no, it's not going to happen.
All right. So
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Wizards are lazy.
Okay, so 7 o'clock, you book it for the boat.
And I'm watching as I'm running to see if I see like large groups of witch hunters. And
No, you don't
stuff
see any.
coming-
You don't see any notable witch hunters or posses after you or anything
Okay.
like that. No big groups of patrols. At 6 o'clock, the Temple of Sigmar rings the bell. At 7 o'clock, they ring the bell again.
Not at all.
And then not at all alarming at all.
Okay.
Every time your hair gets slightly more gray.
Actually,
And right as you guys are starting to kick off, you come dashing up to the boat and hop on, and you guys start battling southeast.
oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye, wizard.
I am rowing as hard as I can.
Okay.
With your hammer.
So, give me a percentile roll.
Percentile. Okay.
Yep, just a straight percentile.
That would be a 26.
Oh.
Okay.
3
So-
days later.
We finally get the note.
What would you like to do at the university?
So my overall plan was, once I successfully researched spells and stuff, I was going to present the research papers. I translated the research papers back at Wiesbrook. I was going to present the research
The
papers,
studies of the temple.
the studies of the temple, and the dagger that I picked up that was looked more ancestral and stuff like that. That I picked up.
The dagger that you got from where?
It was by where the big temple of Ulrich was, where the stake was. It was just right outside there. There was the dagger there that had the markings of Ulrich and stuff like that.
Out on the plateau.
Not on the actual plateaus, inside the building. It was the basement area, right where the secret drawer was.
Was it stabbed through the guy's head?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just an old knife. There
But
wasn't
you
anything.
described it as Ulrich designs and stuff like
It-
that.
it
I
was.
wanted to present that
Okay,
as
that's fine. As
as
an artifact,
more.
it's fine. It doesn't
Yeah.
have any magical qualities
Yeah,
or anything.
I completely
okay.
agree. It has no magic qualities.
Okay, so your plan is to study and purchase some spells.
Yes.
Okay, do you know what spells you want?
Yeah. I
That you have access to?
Yep.
Okay, do you know how much they cost?
16 gold.
And do you have the 16 gold?
I do.
Okay, so go ahead and mark those off. How many spells are you getting?
3.
3. Okay, it takes you 3 days to get the spells.
Okay.
Okay.
I was also while learning the spells and stuff, I wanted to talk to the the school masters and with the staff and see if they have any ideas. But
Okay,
I
well
want-
you're dedicating your first
yeah,
3 days to
okay.
the spells at this point.
Okay.
We'll never see it again.
The
Okay.
first 3 days is learning my new spells.
That's right. On day 4,
Okay.
you go and present your findings to the college. Give me a. Do you have an etiquette skill?
I have language magic.
Do you have etiquette?
There's no etiquette for wizard.
Okay. Well, you have a fellowship then.
Uh,
Or charm.
a charm. Sure, I could do charm.
Okay. Give me a charm roll.
I will re-roll that just because I want to actually score some kind of good on this.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 90, so that's a 91. So that is a 139.
139. Okay. They are impressed by your findings and the details. Slightly less so because most of the talking is done by Giselle, who just keeps interrupting and jumping in.
Okay.
And then you shush her and so forth, but she keeps adding all sorts of extra notes.
Okay.
But they find that your research and your investigation is very thorough, very detailed, and a couple of them are curious about it.
Okay.
In particular, they think the Blue College might be
Okay.
more interested.
The heavens.
Not Heavens, the water one, whichever one that is.
Life, I believe.
Probably Life. They might be interested. This seems like something along their lines to research the Blight
Okay.
and the information there, and maybe find a arcane solution for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that a thing they're comfortable with me going to do that, or
No, they're going to make inquiries
Okay.
and share the information and so forth. So day 4 is sharing all this information. Okay. Late in the day, as you're finishing up your conferences and speeches and
Took
everything,
4 days.
a page wanders up and said, excuse me, master, are you Erdem?
Yes.
Okay. We found this note on the door. I've been searching the place for you.
Took them 4 days to find them.
I don't know what the contents were. It seems safe. It didn't have any wards on it, but this note appears to be for you.
Okay.
Okay, and they give you a note. It seems it's not signed.
Okay.
Don't know who it's from. It looks fairly hastily written.
Okay.
It says, "Come out now. If you're not at the boat immediately, we are heading onward. Meet us at the next stop."
And does he tell me how long that was?
No.
Ago?
Nope. No indication.
Okay, I guess I'll go outside and look around for the people.
Okay. You and Giselle head out. As expected, there's no boat at the dock where you
Okay.
guys left them 4 days ago.
There is a pissed off witch hunter though.
Yeah, I'll make friends with the witch hunter. Then I guess I'll go back to the college. And I definitely want to do the staff thing, even if it's just a quick thing of their theories of what the staff is or what it's from or whatever.
Okay. They are going to charge you a gold for materials,
Okay.
for analysis and so forth. They don't have, I mean, assuming you only want to give them a little bit of time, like the next day,
Okay. Yeah.
that's fine. They can give you basic information.
Okay.
If you are willing to leave it here for further study,
No.
they will do so. Okay. Basically, they do their tests and investigation and so forth. They do confirm that it's magical. The qualities and abilities they're unable to determine at this point.
Okay.
But the staff itself is crafted from a form of ironwood
Okay.
that makes it particularly strong. And as far as they can tell, invulnerable to damage.
Okay.
Okay. It has the weight of a regular staff, but effectively it's an unbreakable one.
Okay.
Okay. And anything they do to it doesn't seem to do any damage whatsoever. Beyond that, they don't know what other magical qualities would have. It'd take several weeks worth of study.
Okay. Does ironwood have any other qualities other than being basically indestructible, or like any other magical qualities what it usually would be used for, or?
Not that they can determine. I mean, it
Okay.
can be enchanted,
Oh, yeah.
but they would have to figure out exactly what that could do.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I would probably be inquiring how to have the quickest way of transport.
Okay. So, looking at the map,
Okay.
3 days later,
4 days
we're
later.
unknown.
4 days later, actually.
okay.
We'd
So,
probably be in.
there is no coach that goes along the river.
Okay.
Okay. There is no coach that goes to Castle Reikgard.
Okay.
If you're inquiring as to the first stop where you could take a coach to,
Okay.
that would be either Grunberg or the little village to the east there that's not labeled.
Okay.
Yeah, Greenberg's right there.
Right there.
Grunberg is a larger village. It's actually big enough to have a name. The other one doesn't. But the coach will go to either one before it continues on down to Kemperbad, Diestorf, etc.
Okay.
Okay? You can secure passage fairly easily to either one of those. It is about, I would say, based on rough travel, it's about 5 days coach ride.
Okay.
To Grunberg.
What about ferry? Is that a potential? Or?
There is no ferry that goes down there. I mean, you could,
Okay.
if you're looking for official transportation, it's a coach. They go
Okay.
town to town. Now, you can certainly hire on as crew or passenger on a boat heading that direction.
Okay. Which one goes to Nuln? Okay. So, I want to try to get the more protected caravan.
It's a coach.
Yes, but
There's several coaches that go north and south daily from Altdorf.
okay, probably one of the more higher.
The fancier ones?
The
Well
fancier
guarded
ones.
ones? Okay.
Yeah, the more well-guarded guarded ones and stuff like
Okay.
that. As I'm trying to play up into the role of eventually getting to gold, because that's my next career.
Okay. So it will cost you to go. Do you want to go to Grunberg or do you want to go to the other town? Or to Diestorf?
What are the economy of each of those towns? Do I know that with the college and stuff?
The college doesn't have any idea. They don't deal with that.
Our parents. Okay, I'll probably go.
Diestorf is a village of 210. They're
Okay.
farmers producing grain. What was the other one? Grunberg? Grunberg is a town of 3,000 that does boat building and general trade.
Okay. And the unnamed, I assume, is just like a odd
It's a
village
small
on the
it's a
side.
small village of a couple dozen.
So the Greenberg was a boat
Oh,
community.
Yes, Grunberg has boat building as their production.
I want to ask the college whether or not they have any assignments they would like me to do in that going to that general direction. I will be open that I am going directional
No,
to
but
Null.
they are hiring over the last day. There is a lot of talk about an expedition being set up to go to the Skag Hills.
Okay.
If you want to hire on for that.
Probably not. What did I do? I get XP for my character? No. I didn't know if they had like, yeah, we wanted to send a research team to X in that general direction.
No. The other piece is the Temple of Sigmar
Yeah.
has requested assistance from the college,
Okay.
tracking some fugitives.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's excellent.
He becomes a
Excellent.
BBG.
This was since you sent the letter.
He becomes
They have descriptions of who they're looking for. Apparently, they suspect a rogue priest, some corruption within the temple,
Okay.
and his companions. Some of which the College of Fire is particularly concerned because a wizard of fire has been accused.
oh, get it.
Okay.
Just turns himself into every town. Get the gold medals.
I love how they're like, hey, can we get help from you to capture you? Where I'm like, hey, you want to come in and get burned on the stake?
He likes
Well,
fire.
the college is
the-
much more polite than
The college doesn't know it's him. The temple does. As soon as he signs up with the witch hunter, then he's in trouble. They just went to the college and says, "We need some assistance tracking one of yours."
Okay.
Or you can take a coach within the hour heading south.
Probably that.
Okay.
Would they be willing to provide me said purge spell for free?
No.
Okay, I tried. Then I would probably do a caravan too.
We're not there. I'm just putting it, we're not there anymore. We are running.
Yeah.
Wait, we were going to.
I will probably go to Diesendorf.
Diestorf?
Yeah, probably Diesendorf.
Okay. So to secure a coach, that full distance,
Yeah.
at the level that you're looking for, 2 gold.
2 gold. Okay, I'll
Okay.
burn that.
And you go with a fairly fancy coach. There's only you and 1 or 2 other people,
Interesting.
and about half a dozen armed guards plus the driver,
Okay.
riding along the place. So you're fairly safe as far as all that.
They're just taking Did they end up giving me compensation for the research notes or no?
You get
on the
reputation, yeah, pat on the back. They
Okay.
thank you for all the
Here's some more
information.
parchment.
They say
I'll take some
excellent,
parchment."
excellent notes. Here's another notebook of 10 pieces of
I'll
parchment.
take it at silver per parchment.
That's
sheet.
fine. Yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
they'll,
it's
they'll replace
expensive.
they'll replace your parchment. Not a problem.
Okay.
Especially with all the doodles that just own.
Yes.
No, but I mean it would play into your eventual
Okay.
movement to level 3
Okay.
as far as the reputation and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So. Okay, so you hop on a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and are you leaving the staff, or are you going to bring it with
No,
you?
I'm going to bring it with me.
Okay, so you hop on the coach that heads towards Wiesbrook and then turns southeast past the Hager Cribs and head south to Grunberg.
19
And-
gold later.
Hopefully, in about a week or two, you might see them either passing by the no-name town or Diesdorf, or maybe catch some information as to where they might be.
I thought you said
Okay.
you were going to Diesel.
He is,
Yeah,
but he has to go through the no-name town and Grunberg.
because it's been like,
Okay.
who knows how long the note's been there, so it's like, maybe for longer.
Well, it hasn't been more than 4 days.
That is correct.
So, meanwhile,
So which is faster? It's probably faster on the coach than we are on the river, right?
but he has a lot further to go.
Yeah, it's more
Ours is
indirect.
straight.
Far more indirect. And it depends on how fast you guys end up going, as far as traveling all night or
Yeah.
just through the day. Okay. So, we will pick it up from there during the next session.
I did have my letter delivered.
Okay.
The
You
one
did.
to
You
the
did.
church?
You did confess to the whole thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and I'll
And now
pay
you're for sure.
whatever, a silver to have it delivered.
A brass.
A brass. Okay.
It's next to nothing to have a message delivered.
And,
So
now,
okay.
and now you're for sure being lifted.
It doesn't matter.
No. Yeah. I mean, from his character
way.
standpoint, he's confessing because he thinks he didn't do anything wrong.
From their
I
standpoint,
didn't
they
do
say
anything
thank
wrong,
you.
damn it.
We actually didn't.
No,
We didn't
you
confess
think
to
you didn't do
killing
anything wrong.
No, I wish we had done more, to be completely honest.
I-
I wanted to stay in town and keep ruining that shit out.
We
But
really did do
everybody was
that.
like, we've got to run.
We murdered a bunch of nobles.
No, we didn't.
Why do you think we murdered nobles?
We didn't murder any
You.
noble.
You're right.
We didn't kill a
You
single
murdered a bunch
Because-
of nobles.
because-
No,
You're the
we
one.
didn't kill a single noble.